Shalom.
What's happening, sis?
All right. Uh, Santee, you're calling me?
Santi, what's up, man?
Hello, Santee. Hello? No, no, I see you're on. I got you on.
Santi, cut your mic on.
Yeah, turn your mic on. We're live.
Yeah.
All right. He thought
What's going on, family? All right, what's happening now? All
you
right,
came
let me
on
go
the
ahead and turn
wrong
it up.
day,
First, here's what we know. The grand jury's indictment.
Hold on. Let me turn off Chuck Todd. Okay, all right. Let me turn off Chuck Todd. I was sitting back here listening to the Vice latest report on Donald Trump and what the thoughts were around the campfire. And a lot of people ain't for it. A lot of individuals are not for going to jail. All right, they understand what's going on.
Santee, Donald Trump is in a lot of trouble. When you
Mhm.
start looking at everything involved in this case, see, what they did was they kind of played the Jedi trick on this whole thing. Shalom to everybody in the chat and happy Passover. And they kind of played the mind Jedi trick on this whole thing with Donald Trump. In the news, they kind of blew up Stormy Daniels, right? And they almost made you believe it was nothing else to this case. And when you start reading, Donald Trump got hit with 30 counts of business fraud. 30 counts. So there's no way Stormy Daniels is the only dirty deed he did. He did a lot of dirty deeds.
My
And he
30 counts?
30
yeah,
counts of
yeah,
fraud.
my cousin's attorney was just on because he's Michael Cohen's attorney. My cousin got off on a murder using the same fucking attorney, Lanny Davis, that Michael Cohen is using. And he just said on CNN, Lanny said that y'all think that Michael Cohen is the reason that this shit is going down. He said, let me tell you, this ain't got nothing. He said, we were sitting in there. Even though he's a witness, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing he said. He just gets to corroborate a lot of the evidence because he was a part of what they found out.
Right. Remember, he was Trump's attorney for 10 years. So this man knows Trump through and through. Right. So it was 30 counts of fraud. So if you think Stormy Daniels and that's it, you're wrong. First of all, there was another woman, Karen McDougal. He paid her hush money. So, I guess
I do remember Karen McDougal. Karen McDougal's name sounds very familiar.
let me
because
show
she
you.
was
Hold on. I got a picture of Donald Trump with both these women. Hold on.
right.
I'm gonna put
And
it on the
Karen
screen.
McDougal still likes Donald Trump. She said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had an interview with Andrew Cuomo, correct?
Yeah. She had an interview with everybody.
If you can see my screen,
I want to say Andrew was one of the first guys. Excuse me.
All right, y'all, give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Okay, if you can see my screen, give me a 1.
I can see it.
Okay. Now, Donald Trump gave hush money to both of these women. Stormy Daniels, who all of you know what she looked like because they done showed her a million times, and Karen McDougal, who was a former Playboy model. Okay. He paid off both of these women to shut up about
the dealing with NDAs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what?
We need to change his nickname, Lisa. We need to call him Trickin' Trump.
But
that man.
Y'all want to hear something funny? When it all broke, this all broke back when Trump was still in office. if y'all
Yep.
remember.
Yeah, I
They
remember.
said when it broke in the news, Melania actually packed up and left.
And left. Yep.
She left. Donald Trump was not, she left the White House. She left Washington, D.C. She got away from Donald Trump when all of this first came out. So I don't know, but I guess they made amends somewhere along the way. She eventually went back to Washington, D.C. But for a while, people didn't even realize she left. She wasn't even there. Okay, so these are the two women he paid off. Plus, remember, the indictment is sealed. They're not going to release the indictment to the public until after Donald Trump goes through his arraignment. Then it's going to be released and you'll be able to see what's in it. Right now, we don't know what's in it, but it's way more than Stormy Daniels. Trust me, y'all.
Oh,
It's a
no.
lot of stuff. They had a lot of stuff on Donald Trump.
They were able to obtain a sealed indictment until the trial starts. In other words, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. So what it does is it takes any intention of him trying to change the narrative in the terms of public opinion and jump in front of this, and it completely cuts the legs off of it.
Right.
But y'all missing the real story. Y'all missing the story inside the story, though. Tricking Trump. Come on, man. This man is paying for ass left and right, man. Just
let me tell you the funny part about that, LVG. Sorry, y'all got a cracker in my mouth.
okay.
Donald Trump slept with both of these women. When the story broke, Melania left. Shortly after that, Stormy Daniels came out in public and said Donald Trump was a bad lay. You gave this woman $130,000 and she said you were crappy in bed.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
$200,000 motherfucking dollars, and she out there calling you teeny penny.
She said he was terrible in bed after she got paid. After she got the money, she said he was lousy in bed.
Sometimes
Karen McDougal liked him though. See, but all I'm knowing is this.
Right. Look, he got to get it how he live, man. I guess he got to get it how he live.
No, he don't. He need to join the manosphere. He might well be in the manosphere the way he's out here tricking.
Right.
Donald Trump is a passport bro, y'all. That is a passport bro.
That is factually correct there.
Yeah. And see, it's so bad in New York for Donald Trump. See, Donald Trump ain't slick. That's why he's spending part of his year down there in Florida. Donald Trump and his kids, Ivanka, Don Jr. If y'all remember, Ivanka and Don Jr. almost got indicted themselves.
Yeah,
and when Donald Trump was the sitting president, he got him out of it.
Right. Was it stealing from the Trump Foundation?
What they do, Santee, for many years, they set up shell corporations, pretend like it's for charity, and then Donald Trump uses the money like it's his personal checkbook.
Yeah, I heard
they
about
did
that.
it so much. They are not allowed to start any more shell corporations in the state of New York. Donald Trump can't do it, and none of his children can do it either. Because they done stole from so many people. They're not allowed to set up any more shell corporations in New York.
I heard they was taking money from the military in that last donation joint they had. They was getting donations saying it was full of military.
Right. And he was. And listen, y'all remember when he had Trump University?
Oh yeah.
He stole millions and millions from people. And everybody never got their money back.
And that degree was worth what your degree was worth, what? Toilet paper?
Huh? No, you can use toilet paper, Santy.
Well,
that degree wasn't worth shit.
They said the information they got for signing up was incomplete. So he was selling them really a pile of garbage.
He was literally selling wolf tickets for top dollar.
And some of them said they paid thousands of dollars and never got one thing. Never got nothing. So people that are sitting around talking about the Democrats are doing this, Donald Trump has been scamming for decades.
Lisa,
and that's
they
the
say,
truth.
Is that
Lisa, they said they went to Trump University, Lisa Sassy. They went to Trump University and graduated. They ain't getting no diploma. They just got a bunch of Trump steaks.
Yep, I do remember that. Yep, Trump steaks. Yep, and you got to take a picture with a cardboard cutout picture of him once you got your degree.
Yeah, and he took those people money and scammed them, and they never got any kind of education.
Trump was robbing. He was robbing contractors. He would get the damn contractors that he know that like they just small business or they some like medium class business, so they ain't got enough to get themselves off the ground. He would hire them cats because he know if he wanted some things here repaired or he didn't want to pay for something, they didn't have enough money to defend themselves in court. That's why.
Santee, did you ever read about how he got Trump Tower built?
No.
He brought in a bunch of contractors from Poland and they built Trump Tower. When they got done building Trump Tower, he refused to pay them.
Oh, I believe it.
And they had to take Donald Trump to court, and it took years and years and years before they got their money.
Yeah, that's his reputation.
Yeah, that's why he likes those foreigners, because it's easy to screw them out of money where it's a little more difficult if they're Americans.
Right, because if you got some small-owned business and you paying for every piece of things and you kind of doing things on consignment here, and he's hitting you off on the back end, there's no telling what type of collateral damage you'll have in the end. All right, okay, it's time to hit me off. And he's running around picking at things, telling you about how he's not going to pay for it. This is what they say he do. He'll walk around there, around the property or what have you, and start looking at rails and start, I ain't paying for this. I ain't paying. And then that's how it ends up in the court situation. Right. Because most
that nigga's a Karen.
Right.
Yeah, he is.
That nigga's a Karen.
He is the biggest Karen ever. He really is.
I was about to say, that's that Karen move. I don't like this dinner. I'm not going to pay. Give me the manager. That's Donald Trump. Just swindle your shit and shit. Man, it's better. Look.
Yeah, and that's why Donald Trump down there in Mar-a-Lago, he won't hire not one single American to work there. He hires nothing but immigrants to work in there because they're easier to screw out of their money.
Yeah, because if they say something, he's gonna call immigration on their ass. If you keep on talking, I'll put you behind the wall.
Yep. And most of them are his employees all over, not just where that spot is that you're talking about, but he prefers to hire them.
Right.
Because of
that's why I laugh, Santee. That's why I laugh at people that say, oh, well, Donald Trump, employment was low under Donald Trump. And I was like, Donald Trump is the same person that won't hire an American for any of his businesses. He hires nothing but immigrants. That Donald Trump, that Donald Trump you're talking about?
The same Trump that will send the damn Trump police around at 3 a.m., ICE around at 3 a.m. to run up in the Dunkin' Donuts, 7-Eleven, and everywhere else where you might ain't got papers and toss you in the back of a van, never to be seen again. The same Trump.
That's on them. All I know is he about to make a prison shank sharp again. I don't
know. Hey, what better person? Wasn't he the law and order president?
Yeah.
Didn't he say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, law and order until he gets caught up in it. Now the system is unfair. See, that's why I don't listen to that crap. See, as long as we're getting beat up all through the system, nobody cares. But when he gets beat up, now we're supposed to drop what we're doing and go out and protest and rally and scream about all the injustice. Nah, screw that.
Bubba said he gonna. Hey, Lisa. Bubba said he gonna make dropping the soap great again once he get there. You get on in here, Trump.
Yeah, and he said he wanted to do his hair first. He's doing his hair first. Right.
You ain't got. Look. I'm telling these jokes, but we know that ain't gonna happen. He's gonna get in and join the Aryan Nation. We already know
that technically. You know what? Because they got to figure out if they're going to put him behind bars. They got to figure out what to do. Remember, he was a former president.
Yeah, they would have to put him somewhere federally.
The Secret Service got to be with him at all times. So how you going to put this man in prison and he got the Secret Service? You know what I mean? He can't be without the Secret Service.
They would probably build him his personal prison. So
you're going to have to put the Secret Service. You're going to have to put the Secret Service in jail.
I'm sure he would get his own money if he could to build his own prison here, which they probably will allow, so he can move freely.
Santee, I think they're going to put him, if they do put him in there, he's going to be in isolation. He's going to be in an area of the prison where no other inmates are. I really believe if they put him in there, that's the only way it will work.
Do you feel like I feel as far as he's not going to serve any time at all? It's going to end up not going to be nothing like the rest of the cases?
Yeah, well, he's in a lot of trouble with January 6th.
Of course.
So this may be the year of indictment for Donald Trump.
I mean, a large piece of America does not love Donald Trump, but then a big chunk still does.
Yeah, he's still got a base.
Yeah,
whether you like it or not, he's still got one.
And even underneath for the small levels of the political game, he's already pretty much bullied Ron DeSantis into submission. All right, he's bullied him into submission. Ron DeSantis doesn't really have a character. He's not used to fighting anything. He's used to attaching his name to stuff and saying radical things when he can. He's never in a setting where people can really ask him questions. Right. Trump is used to being in those.
Hold on 1 second here.
So, my bad.
Okay, go ahead. I was just doing something.
Yeah. So when you look at the circumstances of the political imbalance year to date, because not a whole bunch of people are going to be voting. I don't see in the Democrat favor of any lane. There's no candidates there. I picked it in between Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump there. I would lean more towards Donald Trump. But my thing is, in between the process of dealing with these courts, is he going to be able to make it, all right, to become president and wipe this dirt up off of him, of course, by being able to control the DOJ again.
The way they got this system set up, because I had to look into that.
Right.
Technically, he can still run for office. And to be honest with you, he can run the country from behind bars. You think I'm crazy for saying that?
No, the dude does.
According to their constitution, he could literally be behind bars and run the country. That's how they got the Constitution written.
Do you remember that Republican that got locked up for spending campaign funds on Pittsburgh Steelers tickets and flights and bunny rabbits and stuff? His name was Duncan something. He was from California. Well, the point is that guy was facing all types of trouble with the law and what have you, and he won his. And I believe he had some situation where he was close to getting locked up or whatever the case is. But that didn't disqualify him as far as like the same thing that you're saying. It didn't stop him from being able to have the opportunities to run. And he actually won. He had a real racist commercial and everything. He still won. But I believe that they'll go ahead and let him finesse this some type of way. And if he runs the DOJ, he's not going to be in anybody's prison. All right. He's just not going to be in anybody's prison.
Yeah, they ain't able to prosecute him if he is the president. They already said that the first time. So that's another bull. That's not even the point. The point is that is he going to see the inside of a holding cell now? That's what I want to see.
Right.
I want to see if they need to give that nigga the same treatment they give me when they lock me up for no reason for a motherfucker joint. Now I want Donald Trump sitting next to the pissy wino and the motherfucking meth head. I want him. Well, they don't lock up meth heads. Well, I want him in the jail though. I want to see Donald in the holding cell. I want motherfucker punch him in the stomach. I want him have to sell cigarettes. All of that.
You know what? They gonna have to keep him separated from Gen Pop, because if he goes in Gen Pop, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. Them inmates ain't gonna care that he's Donald Trump. They gonna beat the brakes off his butt. They can't put him there.
He gonna have to do what John Gotti did, join the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah, but the Aryan Brothers, if you remember, had his ass beaten up by a black inmate. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, the Aryans.
Tell John Gotti, in here, you are not no boss in here. They had to tell him that. You ain't no
Yeah.
boss in here.
The Aryan Brotherhood just got caught with tons and tons of meth this week. Did y'all just see that 2-3 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm talking about the Woodworks, and what was crazy was that direct connection that they had. The Latinos and the white folks, the Aryan Brotherhood. All right, they had a direct connection there. And it's showing how they just are like a powerhouse. And this wasn't no bull crap. Like I seen something in Baltimore or what have you. In Baltimore, they grabbed up like 33 people and 3 guns and tried to make a big deal out of it. All right, more so trying to compare the narcotics they found, but whatever. Most of them was rest. The point is, when you looked over there and seen what the individuals had there from that Aryan Nation group, man, they literally had tons and pallets worth of guns and drugs. Yeah, this shit was enough to. I'm talking about to, as they said they said it was enough fentanyl to kill everybody in that state. Right. Mm-hmm. Which state? Where were they at again? Can you remind me?
You know what? I don't even remember, but I remember the story.
Right. Yeah, he said it was pallets and pallets worth of AR-15s and a lot of those style weapons that they had laid out in the backyard there. That's my point here. And
that's my point, Santy.
Right.
With all that being said, them niggas got 5 months probation probably. That's what Donald Trump. I need that man to at least sit in a holding cell 8 hours like I have to when they lock me up for having switched tags on my car.
Well, you know what, LVZ? His mugshot is going to be my new avatar.
Mine too.
Donald Trump's mugshot going to be my avatar. Byron B, I made you a mod on my second channel. I think you are a mod on my main channel. That's why you didn't see it, but you're now a mod on both channels. Yeah, so I think they're going to try to find a way. Now, a lot of people said he wasn't going to get convicted because he is a former president, and that was unheard of. And you see what happened. Now people are saying he ain't going, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I fully believe that.
Christopher Perkins, you jackass. If he turning himself in Tuesday, that means he goes to some type of holding cell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he has to go through some type of process.
Yep.
Yes.
So Christopher Perkins, you sitting here cheerleading for Donald Trump, it looks like, brother. No, if he gets any type of prosecution, when you have to turn yourself in, you have to sit in a holding cell. And what I'm saying is the same shit that I go through when I have to sit in a holding cell, I want him to go through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That process of waiting.
But the thing is, we'll see what happens Tuesday. If he turns himself in or if they got to go get him.
What if he do the lock? I'm gonna tell you some stuff I just saw, Lisa. Maybe I got a vivid imagination. I know y'all gonna laugh. I looked at your picture, right, of him running from the police, and they said Trump to turn himself in Tuesday. And they say he's in Mar-a-Lago. I said, what if Trump call a whole bunch of hitters and have them just hiding in the trees? Then he have a Waco style shootout.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're laughing, but the bottom line is, the bottom line, and I want to say this, our people need to stay out of whatever protest or anything that's going to break out because they're in fear of something breaking out after he gets arrested. It ain't our problem. Donald Trump is white people's problem. If anybody's out there for him, let them go out there.
That's what I'm thinking of. Think about it.
They got 6 years. Be the example. That black dude that was out there. They made it.
Hold up.
All right.
Santy.
Yeah.
Santy, Lisa, y'all not. Look, what I'm saying, I want y'all to think about it. He in the prime place for that to happen. Florida.
Oh, they're bringing him to New York.
No, that's what I'm saying. What if he say?
But
No,
but
listen,
I don't
Lisa.
know if you saw what was out in the news. His arraignment is going to be in New York, and the judge already requested that he be there in person.
No, that's what I'm saying, Lisa. What if he say, fuck it, I ain't going. Y'all gotta come down here and get me.
Then they will go down there and get him.
I know that, but what I'm saying is, we say these motherfuckers come up to Washington, D.C. and go to the Capitol for him.
Yeah.
A lot of them came from places like Florida.
They came from places even as far as Alaska and Hawaii.
Now, imagine if this Pecker would just say, if you let the government come get me, they'll come after you next. Don't let them come get me. Next thing you know, they out there with all types of motherfucking Bass Pro fishing hats, smelling like motherfucking fishing tackle, skull spit, and deer piss out there shooting at the feds like they did with Clive and Bundy. Don't put it past them.
Listen, y'all remember that protester that was all painted up with those cow horns on, those cow horns on, because those weren't buffalo horns. Those were boy cow horns, okay? Y'all know he got out of jail already? He was supposed to do 5 years. Listen, he was supposed to do 5 years behind bars, behind his role in January 6th insurrection. You know, they done snuck his butt out of jail. He didn't even do 2 years.
Yeah,
he's already free.
This motherfucker up there eating the avocado wrap, talking about, dude, I mean, the system's fucked up. I know what it's like to be black, bro.
Yes, QAnon. Yeah, he's out of jail. They let him go. He's free.
And that lets you know how laughable the damn.
And he was supposed to do 5 years behind bars, and he didn't even do 2. Yeah, the QAnon shaman. That's the guy. He is out of prison. He ain't even behind bars no more. They snuck him out quietly. You notice that didn't make the news? He got snuck out quietly.
Because they're incentivized to continue to do this raggediness. That's why the short amount of time. And they got to perp walk him like it's a big deal because he was one of the headlines in front of all these damn magazines. But at the end of the day, when it came to punishment, he got white supremacist treatment. Because as you say, he's right here back on the street. This is a slap on the wrist. You blink your eyes and he's walking back around here drinking damn Minute Maid lemonade.
Right. And what's even worse, when I found out he got out, it also said in the article they can let them go anytime they feel like it.
Of course.
So none of them are going to do the times and sentences that they receive. Just understand that. That right there is proof.
Meanwhile, we got Black Panthers in jail for feeding kids grits until they died.
Or they're in there and never committed a crime at all.
That's what I'm saying. All they did was fed kids grits, Lisa.
Yeah.
And they bid on the old black prisoners, period, dying anyway, because 9 times out of 10, they're in there for some shady miscellaneous stuff that you didn't kept them on a plantation deal to get free labor out of them. So in most cases, they want you to go ahead to hit the casket so they never have to go ahead and compensate you for whatever. You just seen a guy that died.
They want that casket because remember, they take a life insurance policy out on every inmate.
There you go.
So in there, that's big money for them.
Right. And how much a head? How much is each prisoner worth? $35,000, something like that. All right, that's around about. I'm saying 35. I'm trying to say 35,000 per head. But the point is, they're getting their paper and their bread based on the labor that these inmates go ahead and work out, and what you're not getting paid, in the process of them forming slavery in another lane here. This is all the claims here as you point back to reparations, and why I even say in your case here, when you say black folks to stay away from the Trump issue, we definitely have bigger fish to fry around here. We do. All right. And when it comes to Trump and his issues, as far as them tearing down things in New York City, if people want to be active enough to be hard heads and do X, Y, Z, by all means, you go on ahead. That just shows the rest of the world how out of control America is.
That's what I'm telling you. Ain't none of that happening in New York. That's why I'm saying, I'm telling you, it just hit me in the head. I'm sitting here looking, and they showed a picture of Mar-a-Lago, and I went, damn, he got to go to New York to go to jail. I guess they said Tuesday he gonna turn himself in. I'm off that Tuesday. I'm watching TV to see if that motherfucker turns himself in.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell y'all.
I think Trump wants a perp walk because he's such a drama king. I'm serious. I think he want to be paraded with them handcuffs on because he knows what kind of effect that's going to have on his supporters because you know how petty they are.
Yeah,
he gonna have to sit in and process it in them chairs.
He's more likely to get a stern reaction, getting perp walked in a loud, screaming crowd, than he is walking, turning himself in. No, the perp walk is, all right, you finally violated Trump. You've been trying to get him for so long. You guys set him up. The FBI, you guys ain't worth XYZ unless you're harassing black people. All right, this, that, and the third. And look, that's prone to get a lot better reaction than you just serving yourself up on Tuesday. It's you come in there with your arms behind your back.
What if he get perp walk, y'all? We coming back to this live stream.
I hope NYPD lock him up, beat him, and plant some dope on him.
Me too.
I hope NYPD do exactly what they always do.
Like they do our people, right? Mike Lewis, thank you so much for the super chat. Love the show. Thank you for being here. No, you're right. You're right, man. I tell you what, if he get perp walk, I'm putting that sucker on loop. Okay, I'm putting that baby on loop.
Well,
I mean, in public opinion's sake, what would you rather have? You know, you'd rather go through this situation where you're perp walk. You didn't have people tear the damn Capitol up. You understand what I'm saying? Obliterate this joint, smash glass, all these people getting charges. If you were going to rowdy individuals back up again on some revolutionary type of things, that's seeing their leader being taken in chains because they didn't sacrifice themselves or surrender. You had to go get them. That's symbolic to these white supremacists, of course.
Yeah. How you doing, KD?
Hey, Shalom.
Big dog. All right, now.
What's up, S Dub? How you doing?
Good now.
Well,
Shalom,
Bert, how you doing? Yeah, you know, the thing is, Donald Trump is such a drama king. I would not be surprised if he even attempted to request he get perp walk in front of everybody just to get his people all worked up. But like I said, at the end of the day, we don't have no place in being out there. If his people want to go out there, let them do it. Let them have at it. But, you know, I don't know what our people would be out there for. That's all I'm saying. And until we see that indictment and see exactly what's up, you know, his relationship with Ivanka has deteriorated. If you notice, Ivanka was never with him in court. And I found out they barely speak now. Him and his beloved Ivanka barely speak to each other now.
Well, I ain't shocked at that. Oh man,
because you know what did it was when Trump lost the election, and if y'all remember when he was still in the White House, he initially tried to blame his son-in-law Jared, and shortly after that, him and Ivanka left and said it has been terrible. They said every time they went around Donald Trump, he would be ranting about the election, and it got to the point where they got sick of it. And then I think like last year, he called Ivanka a traitor because she said he did legitimately lose the election. She don't believe it was rigged. He called her a traitor. So those two ain't as close as they used to be.
She a damn Russian. What the fuck did he expect? Of course she's a traitor. But that's what I was saying. Bougie Bobby, his base ain't in Manhattan. His base is in Florida. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. If he decides not to go to New York, it's not just going to be easy go down there to Florida to get him. He could do some Clive and Bundy type shit. Y'all, For real, y'all keep forgetting. It was a case of people who was supposed to turn themselves in and just said, we're going to do it. And then said, fuck it. And then the next thing you know, they had guns targeted at the same police that's coming to get Donald Trump. And what they do, they back down. And then the people from the town came and then they really backed down. Man, that joint will be a public relations nightmare. All them people in Florida coming there, all them MAGA Bammers will be standing out there telling them, no, you ain't touching my president. Man.
No, Melania is still with them. I'm not talking about Ivana. Ivana was his ex-wife. I'm talking about his daughter, Ivanka. Hey. That's who I'm talking about. I'm just telling y'all that relationship with his daughter is almost non-existent. She don't even talk to him no more.
Yeah, that's his baby. He love her.
Yeah, and when you've been so much of a scumbag to everybody around, man, your hand starts to fold. You see, his sons, Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr., they can regard and be familiar with being dirtbags because they've been doing it for so long. You're talking about some cats now that's in their 40s. These are not young men. They're in their 40s. They're old. So you're giving them circumstances of that here, just with the men being dirtbags and the fact that his daughter is now getting a better look at him, thanks to him almost getting them sent away here for the rest of their lives or what have you for stealing. All right. The respect is different here. It's just different. Because those guys don't mind being clowns. When you see the pictures of them killing wild animals and stuff over in the continent or what, they're used to being suckers and clowns and weasels. And they've been taught, look, my dad's a lying dirtbag and he still has it all. All right. So there's no levels to degeneracy when it comes to that family. All right. Period. Like they know they're dirtbags. Anytime you putting up for Halloween, you said you going as Nancy Pelosi's husband and you put up a hammer and a pair of underwear there on Twitter. All right. You're a petty individual. That's what Donald Trump Jr. did, I believe. All right.
Well, Donald Trump himself is petty, too. If you remember when he was the sitting president, he would be out on Twitter arguing with NFL players, NBA players. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
NBA players. And I mean, if he was a real professional, he wouldn't even have time to be doing no mess like that.
But Lisa, you know why he called Ivanka a traitor, though? You know why he really mad, right?
Why?
Because he feel like this. Look, I did all of this for you. You supposed to stick with me no matter what. Think about it. Remember, he got her father-in-law out of jail. He ain't had to do that.
Yeah, he sure did. Jared's father.
Yep, he ain't had to do that. So I guess that's how he look at it. Like, you know how he is on that loyalty shit.
Yeah. KD, you heard about Donald Trump getting indicted. How do you feel about that?
I say, even though I feel like this is a somewhat of a dog and pony show, but for him to just get indicted, for all the dirt that he has done, did this motherfucker think all this dirt was gonna come back on him? I mean, he must not have a fucking brain up there. Like, really, man.
Really, but you know what, KD? I can understand how he would. They let Donald Trump get away with stuff for decades. This is not something that just happened overnight. They knew even in New York long before he was president, Donald Trump was doing a lot of underhanded things, illegal things. So, you know, he got caught up on finance crime. That's really what this whole thing is about. It's finance crime. And he got away with that stuff for decades. A long time, and nobody shut him down.
Yeah, because I remember for all them years, he been bullying New York, you know, as far as, you know, his real estate deals and stuff. And I wonder if they're gonna catch him on some of that.
Oh, y'all, yeah, thank you for bringing that up. KD, LVZ, and Santee, do you know the Central Park 5 commented on Donald Trump's indictment?
He said karma.
What was said?
Karma.
Remember, go ahead, LVZ.
He said karma. He put up the article, he put up them being charged, and all he did was put one word in quotes, karma, and
Karma.
left it
Yep.
at that.
Remember when they were found innocent, according to the DNA, Donald Trump wanted them jailed anyway. In fact, a one-page article out calling for a death penalty on them guys, and they didn't even do anything to this woman.
And that's why I say it's so sweet because of the indictment, and he has to turn himself in. That's why I really want him to fight it to make it worse. Cause then he gonna have to really get locked up. He ain't gonna get locked up. He gonna go to a private holding cell. They gonna keep him there and keep him secured with different guards around him. But he gonna be in a cell because he gonna have to get fingerprinted. He gonna have to get all of that. But they're gonna put him on another side of the cell. Just the mere satisfaction of knowing that cocksucker gonna do at least an hour, 2 hours in processing in a motherfucking real jail makes me smile inside just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely does. Oh, it does. It's like Thanksgiving. It's like smelling Sunday breakfast. You understand? I say it's like smelling hot cakes and sausage links. It's like smelling fresh breakfast there in the morning. It makes me smile.
What I'm trying to let people know, he may not go to prison, but he will have to see the inside of a jail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at what Bert wrote. Smile a little.
Yes,
just a little.
Yes,
right, just a little. Look, Lisa, KD, y'all just said it. Made me think. I forgot about that. Because it was 1972 when they were sued for those racial discrimination practices in New York.
Yes.
So he been getting away with shit by just writing a check for 50 years, y'all. 51.
But he said his father was filthy and he taught him how to do it. So this is how he learned, how to be a dirtbag. His father was a little bit more cleaner as far as he was better as far as making people they make sure they got their bread, their money. His father would pay you,
Yeah. Do you know? Did you ever hear the story about Donald Trump when he was young and why he turned out the way that he did? His sister actually told the story. When Donald Trump was a child, his mother got sick. And they said they were like normal children. His mother raised them. And she got sick and she ended up in the hospital for several weeks. And so the father had to look after him. And they said that was the time period where he turned them kids. And they start acting more like him than his wife. And they said, and she was saying from that point on, Donald was never the same. He was never the same. But she said prior to that, he was like any other child. But when that father got a hold, because the father was a Klansman, and said, so he had ample time to teach all that mess to his children. So by the time she got out of the hospital and went home, she said them kids were never the same.
He gave them a full-bred, homebred, white supremacist lifestyle here.
They were indoctrinated. For real. And the mother was not around to intervene on that mess. She was way off in a hospital.
And what came out in the oven is what you're looking at here year to day.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
my Lord.
Because they said all that stuff about Donald Trump believing that if you get sick, it's a weakness. Or they said all that mess came from his father.
Yeah, and his father was a scumbag as well. So, so him being, the son and him being a dirtbag, I know they had a trust fund and everything else. He put a lot of bread away for them. His father did. He said his Donald Trump had a lot of IOUs from him. And it was
his father was alive, Santee. He was getting him out of debt.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Constantly going into debt.
Did you see the casino joint where they said they had to come in and get all them damn chips?
Those casinos were in New Jersey. Santee, we got that news firsthand. Yeah. When Donald Trump ran for president, I don't know if all of you are aware of this, but I think my subscribers are. When Donald Trump ran for president, they told him, you're going to have to get rid of those casinos. You can't be a president with casinos. Donald Trump didn't even give his workers notice. They showed up at his casinos, and he had more than one on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. They showed up. He had the doors all padlocked and chained. Didn't even tell them they were being fired. Nothing. That's how they found out they were out of a job.
Hold up. John Nick, that was not his granddad. That was his dad.
That's his father.
His father was certified KKK.
Yes.
Yeah,
he was the one that was in. He was the one in the picture in the news that was arrested that was beating up black people. It was his dad that was arrested doing that.
That was his father, not grandfather.
That was his dad. That wasn't his granddad.
And yeah, his grandfather was shady too. And you're right, talking grubbing media. His grandfather was a pimp. He sure was.
He had hoes all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his grandfather was a pimp. You're right about that. But his father was the Klansman. And like I said, his mother said after she got out of the hospital, them kids she had with them, they were never the same from that point on. They picked up the ideology of the father and stuck with that for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're right. When his father was alive, he was bailing him out of debt 24/7. You talk about the New Jersey, that's right in your spot there, Atlantic City, and them big chips and what have you. And the fact that he had to get out of a certain amount of debt. I'm not sure with the story of the chips too well, but all I've heard is just somebody brought him in there to go ahead to exchange that out there for cash to pay a debt there in the casino. Right.
Yeah, I went to a couple of his casinos. You know, back in the day when I would always go down there on the boardwalk, we would go to some of his casinos and everything.
Were they decent?
Yeah, they weren't bad.
Okay.
You know, we went to the Taj Mahal, and he also had Trump. He had the Taj Mahal. He had a couple of them. And, you know, and they had all the casinos had hotels. And we would just go in there and gamble a little bit, hang out around there, and then come home. We used to do it quite often when I was a lot younger, and we would just go down there and hang out.
I just know you.
I don't go down there and waste my money. I prefer to keep my money.
I was about to say, I just know this, Lisa. You gotta be a dumb motherfucker. You go bankrupt and you own a place where people literally give you money.
And you, I don't know if you've been down there lately. When you go down there, a block away from the casino, and even on the boardwalk, there's pawn shops. It's like pawn shop city.
Oh my!
You know, where people be pawning off their jewelry and everything so they could go run in there and gamble. I said, boy, I mess like that.
I mean, I'm just saying, you gotta be a dumb motherfucker.
Good,
you
man.
go bankrupt. You own casinos. Come on, man. Look, I'm just saying.
Casinos where people vulnerable. If you're gonna have a bunch of people sitting up in here gambling, you damn right it's gonna be a pawn shop up the street. All right, they'd be a fool not to set up.
No, Santee, listen to me now. It's a sea of pawn shops over there.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, it ain't just one. It's a bunch of. It ain't no shit. It ain't no shit like that here where we at. No, you ain't gonna have no shit like that. Matter of fact, I don't think they closed the one pawn shop that's close to here. I guess probably on purpose near the damn casino here. They built the damn outlet. They said, look, don't lose too much money, nigga, go shopping.
But you know what, his casinos really, to be honest with you, he was in debt with those casinos, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be a dumb motherfucker.
Well, you know he is, though, LVZ.
That's what I'm saying. See, look, that's what I'm about to say. The story of Donald Trump is the story of every white person. They rich because they white. Whiteness is monetary in this country. Look, he's a below average, unintelligent, white guy whose father happened to be a ruthless, cutthroat, dirty, racist ass businessman who did a lot of cutthroat backdoor things and stole money like most Peckerwoods, handed the money down to his son so that he could continue the legacy of being a cruddy, good for nothing, low down, scoundrel type ass bastard. And Donald Trump has lived up to what his father wanted him to be.
Yeah, with extra mayonnaise on top of that.
Right, and then he had a bunch of little idiot kids that's just like him. Not one brain amongst them. And that's the story of whiteness.
You know you're a dirtbag when you're putting people in a headlock over your damn educational records. All right? When you're threatening people about your records and when you was in school, like what are you taking it so personal for? What's the problem here? All right? No, if you graduated with
not a good student. He was not a good student. If you remember, Santee,
right?
Even one of his teachers came forward and said he was the dumbest child he ever taught. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that?
I remember that, but then I was like, "Why you didn't really have to do this?" Somebody was like, "Why?" I was like, "Cause he the dumbest adult." You can't look at his son sitting there looking half retarded and shit over there. His youngest.
Look at this shit.
That's just like it.
Hey, hoes, look at this, man.
Look, I love that picture. I love to see one of them gung-ho cops tackle Trump. Hit his big ass. You'll never take me alive, Papa.
What you mean? The police love Donald Trump, man.
Remember, he didn't graduate in the top of his class in college. He was really down at the bottom. So he was not no A student. And just listening to the way he sound when he talked, you can tell.
Right, Melanin Future. His uncle was the only normal one in the family, and he deleted himself.
Exactly. He got
his oldest brother you're talking about.
Yeah, and he looked at all them motherfuckers around him and went, I don't want nobody to know I was related to them.
The funny part is the one that killed himself, he was a carbon copy of the father. If you look at the father and see what he looked like and the eldest son that committed suicide, they could be twins.
That's all the more reason for him to get off of this planet.
I was about to say,
Trump, if you look at Trump actually looks like his mom.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I heard he don't get along with his mother.
Yeah, well, his mom is dead. I'm sure they get along fine now.
Yeah, ain't no arguments anymore, right?
I was about to say, his brother realized that he looked like a racist bastard. His brother was a moron, and there was more to come. That motherfucker had a 762 for breakfast. He said, I'm going to look, what's for lunch? Hollow points. And that's what he gave himself.
Well, you know what? He
ate him a hollow point.
Yeah, and you know what? You bring up a good point because his brother was like the black sheep of the family. Yeah, his brother did not want nothing to do with the wealth. He actually went off and became a pilot and everything. He did not want to be part of the family business or nothing. And the reason why is he said he watched his family fight over money the whole time he was growing up. And he said when he got older, he didn't want no part of it because all they did was fight. Yeah. And it was always over money.
Donald's a fucking moron, Dad. He's always in trouble. Damn it, why don't you just come home? Dad, you're a racist piece of shit, Dad. He was one of those kids.
That was Mary's father. That's why Mary Trump feels the way that she does. Remember, her father, Fred Jr., the one that killed himself, that was her dad. And you see how she feels about Donald Trump. She can't stand Donald Trump. That's his niece.
And that's not, and it tells you as well, there's nothing joyful about growing up in a family full of white supremacy. It's stressful, it's tiring, All right, a lot of this shit don't really mean anything because you got a bunch of scumbags around you 24/7 plotting and doing dirtbag stuff. You talking about, you said in her case for her father, the one that killed himself here, he lived in a lane where people were arguing over money 24/7 here. That shit is stressful. You can't breathe to a certain extent. Goddamn it, a peace of mind. All right, it's priceless. You cannot weigh a peace of mind here. You can't. It ain't
the Secret Service is going to get a break. I read that when he was the sitting president, they said the Secret Service used to be pissed at him because he would send them to McDonald's at 3 a.m. in the morning. I said, shit, I wouldn't have went. I'm sorry.
He getting a fish sandwich at 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
He's getting a fish fillet patty. We say like fish fillet sandwiches and Big Macs.
Yeah.
and Diet Coke.
Yeah, and extra fries.
Yeah, and buckets of KFC.
That's all he does. He eat junk. I don't know how you can't have that junk from prison, Trump. You know,
Oreos.
You got to eat them same nasty bologna sandwiches that everybody else is eating.
Nah, he gonna get them snuck in the big house.
Right.
He gonna get them snuck in.
No, he's gonna enjoy his.
He gonna be out there. Look,
what you call it, bologna sandwich? In jail, in jail they call it a sweaty meat sandwich. He's gonna enjoy his sweaty meat sandwich.
Nah, Santi. If he get a prison, he can get him a motherfucker commissary, and then he gonna get people sneak MAGA contraband in for him, and he gonna be out there just slanging motherfucking KFC wings and drumsticks from Popeyes. It's gonna be a Trump prison.
His greedy ass ain't bringing the KFC wings, man. Come on, cut this shit. If his stinking ass is running around here out of breath when he walk on top of a hill,
he gonna be on the prison yard. He gonna be like, "Hey, Raheem, I've got a Popeyes 2-piece. Do you got a carton of Newports for me? Help out Big Don." Don,
he's not handing up no extra chicken, yo. You full of shit, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
With a bad back, yo.
Hey, Santi, hush, listen. How that shit get in? The shit get in through the prison guard. You just said it. The police love Donald Trump. He ain't even got that. All he got to do, tell the prison guard the prison guard don't even really got to ask him. All he got to do, watch TV, like Lee say, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Popeyes, Church's Chicken, anything. Just bring it, Taco Bell, bring it into him.
As long as it's fried up.
I'm trying to tell you, he gonna be running the big house. He gonna be selling Nacho Bel Grandes for $500. It's gonna be niggas who did 87 years.
He gonna take all the nigga commissary.
All the commissary. He gonna blow watch. It's gonna be a Trump prison, Lisa. It's gonna be, next thing you know, this prison gonna be decked out. My bars are golden.
Cynthia Watson, thank you so much for the super sticker, and Dark Skin Brother, thank you for the super chat. Shalom, my warrior sister and my 3 warrior brothers. KD kind of dropped off. Facts and truth, y'all speaking. Thank you again.
Right. Look what Chris Perkins say, Santi. Mike Tyson said he used to get all the fast food he wanted in prison.
I'm sure he did. Mike Tyson.
Right.
They said Tyson threw boiling water on somebody when he was in prison, man.
Right. Yeah, but what I'm saying is all them racist ass prison guards and police officers in the NYPD and in New York, man, Donald Trump might like jail if he actually went to prison.
Yeah, there's some people that believe that once he is arrested and he goes to jail, that's going to guarantee him winning the presidency again. I said, I'm not 100% sure about that.
But he gonna be, I guarantee he gonna be like El Chapo.
Yeah, he is.
He gonna be in the motherfucker. He gonna be in the joint. I just talked to Pedro. We're gonna let the birds fly. Joe's
I
gonna look.
don't know.
Sleepy Joe's gonna have to look. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let the
but I
birds
don't
fly.
know. I don't know if Pedro's going to be near him. You remember he called them a bunch of rapists and everything. You know, the people coming across the border, a bunch of rapists and criminals. You
Right.
sure
Yeah.
Pedro going to talk to him?
Yeah. And look, man, some of us would like to get the border in order. I'm not saying to put a damn wall over there, but any enforcement is better than what the hell we got now. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
Look,
yeah, but you know what? You go through this cycle every time Democrats are in there.
yeah,
Democrats want everybody to run, crawl, skip, hop across the border. That's how they are.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, when the Democratic Party gets in there, they want you to roll, skip, hop, do cartwheels across that border.
as fast as you can with your chest up, like you running the Kentucky Derby here, and bring 30 people with you behind you. Right.
Yeah. And don't worry about you can't vote now. We gonna figure out a way where you can. And we go and look, and don't worry about even having to advocate for it. We gonna tie it in to some black guy who got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just stand right
What?
there. Don't say
What?
nothing. Don't
What
say
the fuck
anything.
do
Just
that
stand
got to
right
do
there.
with it?
Huh?
Nigga that got shot by the police going to get a granola bar from the corner store. He
How
done
you
got
doing,
shot.
True Royal? Hey,
I'm
True
doing,
Royal.
I'm,
Shalom.
I'm
What's
doing
up,
well.
Auntie?
What's going on, my sister?
I'm doing well.
All right now.
All right, so now we got to get you caught up. What do you think about Trump getting indicted?
Juicy. Juicy. But the thing that I have to say is what's sad is we got some of our folks that are so passionate about Trump. And the thing that I ask our own folks is who's for Trump, what has Trump done to drastically change your lifestyle? What has
Not
he
a thing.
actually done?
Not a thing.
Trump don't give a damn about his own people, let alone black folks. He's blatant with his racism and all of that. And I'm seeing black folks just all in their feelings over somebody that don't give a damn about you at all.
Don't know who you are.
Don't
Even if he met you, if you got locked up over him, he's not going to do anything to get you bailed out. He didn't even do nothing for his own.
Dang, I'm sorry, Auntie. I'm glad I don't know no people like that.
Well,
Actually, I have some subscribers that are diehard Donald Trump, and they get upset every time I do a video and accuse me of being for Biden. I can't stand Joe Biden.
I about to say,
I can't stand any politician
I about to
because
say,
you can't name one that's done a lot for us.
Right.
I about to say,
I get hit the opposite way. I get hit more in the lane, or you support the Republicans, because I might say something about Biden. I'm constantly at the Democrat Party's throat. But
Yeah,
I got something to say.
go ahead, Queen. Go ahead.
So, Christopher, you said at least he's better than Biden. Biden don't give a damn about. Put it this way: when it comes to politicians in general, the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, or whatever party you call, whatever party, because there's other parties out there. These people don't give a damn, and you look like a fool. And I'm telling you, you look like a fool supporting this fool. This fool don't care nothing about you.
Hold up, Auntie. Hold up, Auntie.
I
Hold up.
got something to say. Let me finish saying what I got to say.
Go ahead.
I was born with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can take the mic and stuff. You look like a fool. So since I'm rubbing it in deep, well, at least he better than Biden. They one and the same.
They're both against reparations. We know
that's
that.
What I was great. That's all I was going to say. That's all I was going to say. He just made a statement, right? At least he's better than Biden. How?
Right. Go ahead, True Royal. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just reading different people's comments about these people. You getting all passionate about the slave master. Now we look like fools. We on the plantation, and LVZ and Santee decide to have a fist fight on the plantation. And then after it's over with, we still on the damn plantation. Don't look like no damn fool for these people. What are they doing for you?
Not a thing.
Nothing.
That's why I asked. He made a statement. He's better than Biden. How? Nigga can't tell you how. Look, ain't
you
no
know what they
pecker
tell you, LVZ? You know what they do try to answer you. This is what I got. I said, well, what did he do? They said he gave to HBCUs.
Every president does that.
Every single president. Listen to me now. Every president gives to HBCUs.
Yeah, I know that. Every president does.
Right? And then I had some tell me the unemployment was low under Trump. Unemployment was low under Bill Clinton, and I can't stand his ass.
Exactly. And they ain't not introducing that 94 prime bill either. Right.
And so somebody else said, well, the food is up, the gas is up, and everything is up.
Right.
It doesn't matter who is president. These people don't give a damn about it.
Remember, the recession was under George Bush. And everything was up back then too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm about to say.
You're making good points. Go ahead, True Royal. You're making great points.
Yeah, I'm just saying, okay, we still on the plantation, and you sitting up here just got crocodile tears for Massa. You know,
why you soft showing on y'all buck dancing? Niggas stop buck dancing.
That's buck dancing. And
some niggas want to walk around with Massa clothes on. They want to wear Massa old clothes.
He don't give a damn about you.
That's
and
right.
It doesn't matter who's in office. I would say that about Obama and everything. And this is something that I noticed being a blogger, I do a lot of research. I do a lot of reading, and I don't let my emotions get caught up in it. Even though I speak passionately and everything about it. You making yourself look like a fool. They don't care about your immediate situation. They simply
bro. We read that you didn't vote and this, that, and the third. The problem was you said that it was one peck of wood better than another peck of wood. When that ain't the case. A peck of wood is a peck of wood is a peck of wood is a cracker every day.
Amen. There you go, right there. So what pick your poison.
You want to get hit with the leather whip, or you want to get hit with the switch? The whip or the switch. Either way, your back getting tore the fuck up.
I mean, that was the point.
And I'm still gonna beat you. Right. And I'm still gonna beat you.
I had a subscriber that every time I posted a Trump video, they made a beeline to me to make a comment and pro-Trump. And I'm like, what did he do for you? I mean, the way she was carrying on, you think that Trump personally came to her house with the reparations check. She was going that hard. Okay. One thing Donald Trump and Joe Biden is in unison on, neither one of them wants you to have reparations.
And don't give a damn about your black.
Neither one wants you to have reparations. And there is no difference in how a Democrat feel or a Republican feel when it comes down to our reparations. They both don't want you to have it.
Yeah. A liberal, we can go independent, all these different parties and stuff. So you just jumping from plantation to plantation. Like LVZ say, do you want the switch or the whip? You're going to get the same results at the end of the day. You look stupid. And I hate even speaking like this to my folks, because I always speak respectfully when it comes to our folks. But it is awful shameful to see how passionate our folks feel. Your ass is broke. It hasn't changed your immediate situation. He don't care nothing about you at all.
And I told y'all, some Negroes want to walk around with Master's old clothes on. To them, that's remarkable. That's historical. We've been able to move another notch. But what they have failed to realize is they have not gone any spaces that the dominant society has not already shielded and protected for themselves. So if you're exposed to anything, that's for the alarm and the light of, you know what, white supremacy doesn't exist here in post-racial society. But that's in evolution and within itself. What I say upon all of this mess here with niggas walking around with masses of old clothes on in evolution is you have different levels of coons here year to date that want to protect massa by any means necessary. All right. And instead of them going ahead,
Trump spent one term in office and nothing changed for us. We were still getting our asses beat by the cops.
There you go.
We were still going to jail. Mass incarceration was still going on. I mean,
there's one thing.
Wasn't it? And let me say this one more thing. Wasn't it Trump that said there was nothing wrong with stop and frisk? Trump said that when he was sitting president. I remember it. Some of you may remember. He said there was nothing wrong with stop and frisk.
But guess what I was going to say?
He was an open white supremacist. But this is the one thing I can say. He did not put direct bills out here to harm black people.
Santi, stop saying that goofy shit. You don't got to. They're already here.
What are you talking about?
Why do you have to make any more laws? You don't. Stop saying that. All you got to do.
Crime bill when he came, didn't he?
Exactly. So why do I need to make another one? It's still here. All I got to do is tell the police, hey, I'm not going to let the DOJ fuck with y'all. Rough these people up. Do what you got to do. And we going to stay out your way. Ain't that what Jeff Sessions said?
Yeah. And Trump said it too. Remember, rough them up.
You don't have to make no more laws.
Dump their head, putting them in the patrol car. That was Donald Trump.
But the Democrats did when they came in here after Trump's term. Now, what did Trump do? Would he put a travel ban out here? All these things that did not affect foundational Black Americans directly. I'm trying to get here to my point here. All right. Yes, he might have threw mud on it. He's an open white supremacist, what have you, out here. But in the same sense, when I'm talking about when it comes to the books, he didn't have anything targeting us to go ahead and favor.
Stop mocking Tariq Nasheed, saying again, you don't have to, because all you have to, I don't have to target somebody I've been targeted. You don't have to make
years later, you don't got the Democrats doing it. So
they're not making any, bro, they not making any more laws targeting us. Really what they doing is making laws to try to phase out us, and then getting in arguments about shit, and then nothing's getting passed. That's what's really going on right now. Nothing is getting passed. Everything Trump put forth as far as tax bills and people getting raped on their taxes and shit like that.
Yes,
that hurt.
Where other groups have federal protections and we don't have any on the books, those things are targeted.
You're talking about the crime bill.
Yeah, and I understand that. But again, we do have one of those. They don't enforce it. Mm-hmm. We do have one. The original hate crime was built for who, y'all?
Yeah, we were the only ones getting hate on, the biggest up in here.
Exactly. But they refute. But the problem is, whenever it's a hate crime, they refuse to call it a hate crime and prosecute you under the hate crime laws. Hell, they almost tried to do that with the Ahmaud Arbery case, remember?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to really make laws. You need these motherfuckers to enforce it. And nobody is enforcing any of these laws. I totally disagree with the whole thing that he didn't make no stuff to go. Look, I was about to say, you know what you noticing right now? You noticing a whole bunch of cases coming out in video that you didn't know about from 2020, 2019, and the beginning of 2021. That was all Trump term, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Remember, he put a ban on letting people let loose, film. He put a ban on the DOJ going after police forces through that little bullshit Obama did after Ferguson. So he put a hold on all of that. He snatched all the money out of that, Santi. So right now, we finding out all the shit that was happening under Trump term. And it's all...
don't forget, he had one of the most racist DOJ, attorney generals, William Barr. William Barr couldn't stand us.
I thought you were going to say Jeff Sessions.
Let me just say this real fast. If
he was the worst.
Yeah, right. Give me a second. If you remember, he said black people need to cooperate more with the police as we getting our ass beat.
Yeah,
you remember that? We need to cooperate.
How you cooperating and getting your ass whooped?
That's what William Barr said. And he said that we're causing our problems, getting our ass because we're not cooperating.
Oh my Lord!
And you know what? Let me piggyback on that.
That was under Trump.
Let me piggyback on that. What I've been saying constantly on my channel, there is something that this white supremacist system is asking of us. And and anybody that's been on my channel know the answer by now. They are asking us, what is an acceptable way to continue to beat your black ass, to kill you, where it's acceptable to you? All of these presidents support that. Now, I got a beef to pick with Christopher. What the hell do you mean? Well, we got to pick our lady. We are not a part of the political process.
Exactly.
They want to have a block of our vote to get what they gonna get, and then they done. They've been making us promises for the longest, and then tell us to sit back and wait. And this is one time that I'm gonna say, because I forgot who, because I've been reading these comments, almost all of them. We do look like a fool when we sit up here and back up any type of slave masters. Yes, you are entitled to your opinion. You may look like a fool, you may not look like a fool, but you are on the damn plantation. Look at it like that. Some of y'all, you got to look at it like that. Where how is it benefiting you? What can you? What is drastically changing in your life?
And a black person.
My father, this is what my father said to me. I stole a pair of damn socks back in the day that was 69 cents, and they found $80 in my pocket. And I was getting $80 a week. And he said, the next time your ass steals something out of the store, it should drastically change the standard of your living. And I was like, is my dad telling me to steal? But what he was basically saying to me, you're going to do the same amount of time stealing some damn socks worth 69 cents or $6 million and stuff. You look stupid. And I did look stupid. And I got a wad of money in my damn pocket.
He put my name in there. He put my name in there.
I got one more thing to say, and then I'm gonna be quiet. Right. This is why we have to know our true history. This is why they don't want us to know our true history. When you really get to the core of things and how they have done us, and then they had a master plan, and the master plan did not work, and all of that kind of stuff like that. You look like a fool supporting these people. These people are demons.
Look, hold on.
Real quick. I'm gonna be fast. Then you got this. Look, as a black person here in America, you can't wear a cloak. It's impossible. You cannot be a progressive, a Democrat, a Republican, whatever this is, so and so independent. You can't be these things. These are all equivalent to white supremacist terms, simply because you're black. So that was meant for you politically, and what policy is for you not to be able to compete at all. So it doesn't matter which cloak that you reach for, which jacket, whatever you want to call it, you don't qualify. Go ahead, the one LBC.
Well, he just asked me to say it straight. I'm going to just make it plain. Champ, I'm 45. I never voted for a president a day in my life. Why? Because it don't make a difference. What makes a difference is me, what I do, and how I move. So I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna make grown men out of my kids, and I'm gonna make a difference in my community. The president, no matter who he is always gonna be a Peckerwood. One time it was a black dude who was basically a Peckerwood. So really, unless they saying they for reparations, I'm not getting out of my house showing no support for no motherfucker slave master.
Right. Ricky DD, thank you so much. You said we out here. Don't you mean we black out here? Remember that Steve Harvey?
Yeah. Now he over in South Africa lying, talking about niggas. We done stole something from Burna Boy. I didn't know who Burna Boy was till he said black people in America don't know where we are, who we are, and where we come from.
Well, South Africa, you don't have to
about that boiled hot dog, man.
Wait, South Africa, I hope you're watching. You don't have to send Steve Harvey back. Y'all can keep him.
Y'all can keep him.
You can have that nigga for
right
free.
on over there.
You can keep that boiled hot dog with a mustache. Let me tell you something here. All right. Anytime you got that level of disdain for the descendants and the individuals that have made you, there's no need for you to keep talking to us. All right. They built everything, right? Go sit over there with them. All right. You can live out your lives. That bullshit has to grow on you. At the end of the day, you're going to have to go back to, damn, I would like to go back to America. Now you can't get that respect because foundational Black Americans 2023, we actually respect ourselves, our heritage, and our lineage. When you get those things twisted trying to kiss ass in foreign territory, nigga, I don't know what's wrong with you. Huh?
Well, I can bet while he's there, he ain't nowhere near Julius Malema. He's probably over there with the boas.
That's what I was about to say. He over there with the white folks with some kente cloth tap shoes on. He got some kente cloth tap sandals on.
Probably doing Family Feud with them.
Yep. And I want to also add to this. If these people could, they would put us back in slavery. See, the thing that you got to remember is the white man has been playing in the sandbox for years. He's been able to openly rape Black women, Black men, and children. And really what y'all are watching, an empire crumble before your eyes. And, in the history books, when you see it, it looked like it happened all fast and stuff like that. But it's a process how this stuff goes. We're watching really the erosion of America. Retrograde is coming up. Lisa enlightened me about Pluto yesterday. Did you talk about that on any of your videos, Lisa? And how these planets are lining up?
Recently. Thank you, brother Neria.
There's a lot of things going on that she enlightened me that made a lot of we have these end times. Their empire is crumbling. And Trump is representing for his folks big time. The
fall of Trump.
The core
of America.
The reason why his folks that be faking and jumping up, acting like, oh, this is appalling what he's doing. It's like he's demonstrating what's really in their base and in their core and how they really feel and the things they want to do. He just wears it on his shoulder and everything at the end of the day.
Ricky DD, he's not real to me either. I don't like Steve Harvey.
Me either.
Thank you for the super chat. I don't like Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
I was never.
Steve Harvey is phony. He's a cat that has never been real to you. He's a guy that tried to snake his own boy when he was alive.
I don't like Ricky DD, I don't like no black man that resembles a catfish. Okay, he reminds me of a catfish. I don't like no man that looks like a catfish.
You say you're wrong. You're wrong.
Why are you laughing at you? He said catfish.
Come on, don't know I'm telling the truth. Don't tell. Come on, y'all. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Y'all know I'm. Wait a minute. Wait. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Steve Harvey looked like a damn catfish.
He do. I ain't that think about. He do. He do look like a big ass.
Them damn dentures look like they're gonna slide out.
Them some big ass, fake ass teeth he got in it. Them Jones look like dominoes.
Yeah, you ain't never lied. Them jokers just hanging out.
What about? But let me see what you got.
And then we got men like Santee and LVZ. Their faces resemble a lion, a powerful animal, right? And then you got Steve Harvey, whose face looked like a scavenger face of a catfish.
Catfish.
Or a boiled hot dog with a mustache. All right.
You throw a motherfucker hook in the water. I could see him. He should play that in like a cartoon with his little voice. Oh, they go up. Oh, it's a worm. I've got to eat it. Oh Lord, I got to eat some of that. We black out here.
Y'all know what catfish do? They eat the shit of other fish.
Yeah.
They eat the bottom of the pond. They're scavengers.
And they have periods too.
They're nasty behind creatures.
That's when he said that must have been that time. He said, "We black out here."
And I wanted to add something else because I know I didn't piss some people off. Sometimes you got to piss people off to get them to think.
You said, wait. Ricky DD, you said is like Mr. Potato Head now. Don't insult Mr. Potato Head. Yeah. Steve Harvey is a catfish. He's a catfish for real. That face is the face of a catfish.
What I wanted to say was, I know I didn't rub some people the wrong way, but sometimes you got to do that in order to get your people to think. And LVZ said it. What he said is something that I say often. LVZ said, "I'm taking care of my immediate situation." And that is all you can do at the end of the day, is take care of your immediate situation. But to think that you are part of some of this political process, knowing their history, they're very open about how they feel about us, and we become a laughing stock when we waste our energy into what we already know is going to happen. That is why I don't get emotionally invested in this stuff. The only thing that rubs me the wrong way is when our folks are, I guess, hoping that massa is going to change. They not. They keep demonstrating the same damn thing and stuff. And see, this is what happens when they run out of options. Then they want to pull us in, and they want to go down in a blaze of glory, and they want you to go down there with them. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to sacrifice yourself? Are you willing to sacrifice your family because they can't keep beating our ass and doing the same things that they want to do openly to us? That's what they want to do. They want to have, they be structuring this shit, and it still comes back to the same results. Let me openly drag a black man down the street and put my knee on his neck and hang him from a tree and all of that. Now they whooping all our asses. Now they killing all of us because they fear the inevitable. And that's the thing that we shouldn't be getting caught up in. You're not a part of this damn process and stuff.
And they never meant for you to ever be a part of getting slices. This is why when you start asking for money, they tell you about how ain't no resources around and how poor everything is. When these big corporate companies come in here, the bank starts to flood. When Elon Musk shows up, nigga, ain't no money that can't be spent. But when your black ass is asking for reparations, all right, and you're trying to piece together the dollars in which the 40 plus million freemen are trying to get right on here, Halls, they ain't got no money.
Well, apparently, Santee, if you live overseas, America has no limit on the money they want to give you. Now,
Oh my
you know
God.
about Ukraine. Kamala Harris is over in Africa with
Uganda.
$136 billion to give to Africa. But as soon as you say the word reparations, the well is dry. They don't have nothing for you.
They ain't got no ends. They have no ends. People patting their pockets and looking around. You keep staring down at him.
Look how quick black folks coming up there. These folks is paid off. Quick to come up there and say, "Oh no, we don't need no money." That's like Reverend Amos Brown up here in San Francisco, California, and stuff. I was telling Lisa behind the scenes when Bill Clinton first ran for president, he gave Amos Brown $50,000 back then in the 90s. And his church is one of the precincts that people vote at. And he encouraged the congregation to vote for Clinton. Okay, he accepted money.
50,000 in coon funds.
Yeah. And now he talking about some damn programs. And we know how this works. If we did get reparations in the state of California, he gonna want that 10% in the collection plate. This man then had strokes. He all bent and twisted up and all of that. Because my husband told me something that I didn't even know about him. He said him and his mama used to go to that church when his father had that damn church. That man had no business on that board. But you know who ain't on that board? Willie Brown.
Yeah, but Gavin Newsom put him there. If you go look at the stories, the reason why Amos Brown is there is because Gavin Newsom put him there.
That's the truth.
And locally, because I'm up here right next to it, and this is what I love about the younger folks. They ain't dealing with it. They letting that pastor know we want our check and all that. These We Shall Overcomers, they letting them know to hell with your programs.
Right, get your ass out of the way or get mowed over. That's what they telling me.
Yeah, and they being vocal about it. And he double talking and all of that. You didn't already laid on the sword, brother, and it ain't working no more. It was not working no more, and I'm glad that it ain't working no more. Taking a punctified pastor, putting him up in our face, and we gonna sit there and be quiet and go along and get along with the pastor. To hell with the pastor.
Oh, Jesus.
Absolutely.
But the problem is you still got an old cooning ass cousin or old buck dancing brother.
They said he was hiding. He was hiding in Ghana.
Old nanny, mammy ass niece.
First of all, I don't believe the man is up in his 80s, and I'm not knocking anybody that's up in age, but I just think he just that alone.
He's a dinosaur, Lisa.
I don't believe he should even be there.
He shouldn't have his hands on the money. He's a dinosaur. You talking about he was around doing Clinton's era?
He's got a whole different mindset. From a younger group
he could have did something for black people all these years.
And just the fact that he made those kind of statements and he came out opposing the $5 million, he's got a whole different mindset. And I think the kind of mindset he has, we just don't need to hear anymore.
Well, you know what I was listening to
in his 80s, he had ample time to speak up for the black community. He's part of the NAACP. We know the NAACP don't do squat for us.
They are
so right there. He's already behind the 8 ball. I just don't think he has a place in this whole thing.
Well, you know what he said, exactly. Lisa, and I'm gonna put the video up. He said they should atone. That ain't gonna help us, cause somebody said, "Oh, we sorry we did."
But they don't feel.
Yeah, but
wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Time out. Yeah, but they don't feel bad for what they've done to us. Mm-mm. Nobody's going to atone if they feel they've done nothing wrong from the jump. Mm-hmm. So what the hell is he talking about?
Mm-hmm. Look, yeah, you're right about that. Look at Trump's attitude. He do all kind of shit. He said he ain't did nothing wrong.
He's talking about that 10%. It's 10%.
Yeah,
that's right.
He's talking about his 10% and people getting with his congregation to hand him the money.
But see what I'm saying, if the majority of the people are saying we want cash reparations, yeah, you can incorporate all that other stuff later, but we want the direct cash payment, and you're sitting here opposing the majority that want it, you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have nothing to add to the conversation or even the issue of reparations at this point.
I'm about to say, look, Reverend Hog Maul with the chitlin juice dripping down his jaw. You ain't got to worry about him for much longer. Look, the people outnumber Reverend Hog Maul. Look, don't worry about motherfucking Reverend Pork Rind. Look, all he want to do is have some hush puppies and some good motherfucking perch nuggets. Don't worry about him no more. The people have spoken. He ain't in charge of no money. That nigga's just out. He just their pet Negro that they done kick the little money back. They say, look, we're going to give you some more set-asides if you just go ahead on and try to throw a monkey wrench in that reparations, and people, they're getting a little loud. We need you. And then Gavin pat the nigga on top of the old head, and he come out. I don't know now.
You get on our side. If you get on our side, we're going to make a big donation for the church.
Yeah.
That's probably what they told him.
Yeah, and Amos is a suspicious old coon name anyway. Like,
right.
I know.
You can't have a name like
exactly.
Amos.
And look. And Santy, old Amos, look, motherfucker, Gavin Newsom, now Amos, you do good now, boy. We'll see about that money for the church. And the old nigga rubbed his hands together and said, yeah, boss, I was thinking about a new roof for the church and a new fryer for that chicken I want to make. So this nigga gonna put a new fryer in the back of the church. He got a kitchen for the motherfucking church jamboree.
We're gonna have to review the video to see it. We're gonna have to review the video and see if he was one of them Negroes that showed up for James Clyburn fish fry.
Exactly. He don't miss it.
We might have to look around real quick. Yeah, I don't disagree. Right.
He don't miss him, Santy. Look, he flies from Cali out to South Carolina a day before Lisa. He got his own Tabasco sauce in his luggage. Look, true wrong. When he get there, he asks for extra coleslaw and hush puppies with his catfish nuggets, and he do the electric slide all night long. He loves it. He loves it.
Sweet baby.
What y'all need to do is watch. If any, I know some people have seen it. Y'all need to watch the spies during the civil rights movement. The majority of the spies were literally the pastors or the deacons in the church. Those were the spies. And when I watched that documentary, I don't know if anybody has seen that documentary. They was paying them Negroes $100 a month to spy on us. And
what the hell?
That's Pastor Pork Rinds. I'm telling you.
Better wages for snitching on Negroes.
You know what, Santi? I will email you that documentary. It blew me back. I had to watch it a couple of times when I seen it.
A yard a month to tell on Negroes?
Yeah, and this one pastor down south said Negroes wasn't going to amount to nothing. So he was going to get his money off the top. And they what he ended up doing was writing a letter to one of the FBI agents asking for more money, and they had cut them off because they was basically saying the information that you given us, we already got that information, and we done with your black ass.
So it was enough niggas in that area that was snitching to where though that his information was undesirable.
I'm gonna pull that video up, that documentary up, and put it in the comment box, and people can watch it at their own leisure and stuff. But those were the spies. That's why I call them "We Shall Overcomers." I can't stand them.
It's that Deacon Ham Hawk. Deacon Ham Hawk.
You're right about that.
Yeah. Well, we don't have no need for pastors, and to be honest with you, there was never no need. But back during the time when they were really using the pastor. A lot of our people went to church. The churches were packed. Well, it ain't so packed anymore. Most people woke up from the church.
Because everybody knows Lisa Pastor Pork Rinds, he's full of bullshit.
And was the letter from Dr. Martin Luther King from Montgomery?
Don't y'all remember that black pastor that allowed Michael Bloomberg to come up to his church to talk, and that some of his congregation had enough sense to get up and turn their back on him?
He thought he can go into some unexposed land where black folks might have not known what he did.
What it was, Santee, he thought black folks forgot about stop and frisk because that happened under his watch.
Because he went to he didn't go into a part of town where he was known at, right?
He went down south. He left.
Exactly. So he figured word didn't get down south about stop and frisk and all the rest of the dirty shit that attached to him.
They like shit. They stopping and frisking us.
My point is, if a black pastor was about something, just on that alone, they would never have let Michael Bloomberg even get in the pulpit to talk to anyone.
But see, Lisa, that's Pastor Pork Chop right there. Smothered pork chop.
And that's why you had to have a class
gravy, right?
Right. Smothered in gravy. There's soppest butter biscuits. He liked the soppest butter biscuits. Yes, sir, boss. You can come on down here. It don't matter how many niggas you done beat up there in New York. They don't know. Come on down here.
Hey, did Bloomberg have to get a stool when he talked to people? Right.
Well, yeah, but after that incident with the church and those black folks got up and turned their back on him, he dropped out of the race, if y'all remember, right after that.
Because that was the fake black support he was trying to get to set him off. It wasn't a large group of black people willing to compromise themselves for anything. So he had to sneak attack black folks inside a church, and it didn't work. He tried to sneak in. You know, plenty of politicians can go ahead and do that and get theirs off real quick, but them black folks were ready. All right, they were ready.
Yeah. And I don't blame them. I'm sure not going to ever forget about that.
And
people
black
got
people,
a lot of nerve.
And some shit I'm saying a lot of real quickly. So black people with kids of age, y'all gonna have to. I know y'all love the South. Y'all gonna have to move to a district where it's all black kids. It is getting crazy. Look, I gotta go to the school every other day. I mess with them. Say, y'all still teaching black history? They like, Mr. Smith, look at the wall. We already know. We are like, okay, yeah. I'm just like, cause see, this shit is crazy. Everybody. The funny shit is, you got people talking about CRT in elementary schools, which they just mean regular black history, and the shit is working. But the weird thing is, the people who protesting, their kids, they homeschool. So how the fuck do they know what they talking about in public schools?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't knock the homeschooling at all, because the homeschooling, it takes the kids somewhat away from the systematic white supremacy that's inside of these school systems. I mean, that's
Santi.
Right.
The white people who are going to school boards complaining that public schools are teaching regular black history and like they doing in Florida, and they trying to do it in Minnesota, and they did it in certain places in South Carolina. They're saying that teaching black history is critical race theory. They are having people show up at town halls and say that, you know, they don't want their kid to learn critical race theory. Meanwhile, their kids are being homeschooled.
Yes. And then on top of that, you say that the kids being homeschooled, and CRT is just something that means black history that they filtered LGBTQ and all this other stuff in there with to call it CRT, but it's quintessentially meant to erase black history, period, being taught inside of a classroom. just to wipe that away. If you are erasing history here, Halls, then you can make the history whatever you want it to be. We've seen the dominant society do that time and time again with everything we looked around and failed to investigate early. Anything you see,
it's a bunch of paid fucking trolls.
But see, I believe they're using their children as human shield, but really it's the parents that don't want it. I don't think
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I mean, kids are going to school being racist. How sensitive can they really be?
And you're taught history, so history does not repeat itself. Correct?
But your kid don't even go to the damn school.
Right, and they don't teach.
But they do. Hold on, I told you I work at these schools, right?
College level.
So these kids won't even leave the damn school. You see, way back when school was out, when we went,
Black is college curriculum. It ain't even on the grade school level.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the racist white people who are talking about they don't want their kids to learn CRT, they're being homeschooled. So how can you learn something in a public school when you don't go to school?
Exactly. Hypocrisy.
So how do you get to go up to the motherfucking school board and complain about what other kids are learning?
Because the dominant society would like to change the way how everybody is moving. And if I don't have to be guilty about doing anything to these black people over here, then I can quintessentially move underneath of the radar. I can use all my white supremacist talking points, and then they kind of make sense because it backs me up on an educational side because they're not teaching any of this shit anymore.
Yeah, but you know what, Santee, that doesn't work. And let me explain why.
Yes,
that doesn't work because you can't wait 500 years later and then say, oh, let me erase this part of the history and this segment. There's too many of us that know the history. It's kind of counterproductive if you really think about it.
It's trying to make them dumber people.
It is.
We already know the history. I mean, 500 years later, all of a sudden the history must go. We already know it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just and then
stay out here. What my point is, that history is going to be out here whether they like it or not.
Yeah, because now we in the age of the type of technology that we have is literally at your fingertips. You can pull up stuff on your cell phone. You can just information just like instantly. And then now they worry. See, what they really worried about is their legacy. You know, they worried about
that and these young black children challenging them in the classrooms. When these teachers get cornered in and they sitting in here and a black kid is asking them questions with facts and then they look stupid. All right, that puts them in a pressure situation, especially when you're sitting here trying to whitewash history about white supremacy and the things that have happened to black people in this country. They can't handle that. That's too much embarrassment.
You hear here's what the problem is, and this is what I want to say. You can't complain about the racist history and you still practice racism every day.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're still practicing it, which we know America is, and then on the other hand, you're talking about getting rid of the history, doesn't that make the whole concept of what they're trying to do counterproductive?
Yeah,
absolutely.
You can't get rid of it because you're still practicing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, look, like I said, the good thing is I'm here, so they still teach our kids Black history in school. So I ain't got to worry about stuff like that. But
it's too many opportunities to teach it, though, LVZ. Yeah. You know, you got your schools. You still can get booked all over the place on Black history.
Exactly.
And they can't come in your house and tell you what you can and cannot teach your children. So Black history is here to stay, whether they like it or not. It is.
Yeah, but it ain't for our kids. See, that's the thing. That's what I don't want us to look past. They're not whitewashing it so our kids won't know. They know our kids will know, so their kids don't know.
Well, their kids are questioning things because it doesn't look good because the foundation is already been laid out, and it's not a good
Well,
foundation.
some of the kids who got
and he's
exposed
right,
and know.
because when you look at the people down in Florida that are protesting Ron DeSantis, there's a lot of white kids mixed up in there.
Yeah.
And protesting against what he's doing too.
And that accumulates to the 30% of people in America that want reparations for foundational Black Americans. That accumulates into a few white folks out here. What you do have to understand here is that a joint hand is going to come in. We never have to let them lead things, which we never should. But in a perspective of people coming around here to apply any types of help to what we're doing, in an economic beneficial way,
I hear somebody got some feedback.
Yeah, I hear it too.
It's coming in real strong.
It's like you can hear a TV playing in the background.
It ain't me. I ain't got nothing on.
Okay.
Is it me? No, I don't have anything in the background.
Yeah, no, I don't even watch TV, so I don't I don't have nothing on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't hear it anymore. Well, I hear it now.
I think it's coming from LVZ. I think I could be wrong.
Y'all still hear it?
I don't hear it now. I hear it now.
It sounds like it's coming from you now, Lisa.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, I've kept my joint on mute for as much as, like, if I'm not talking to anything, I just try to keep it on mute just in case.
Right. No, I don't turn on. You know me, I'm anti-TV over here. I don't have a lot of TV on.
I don't blame you.
No, but what I'm saying is, as long as we're around and our children are around, that history is always going to be out here. It doesn't matter what school board they scream at. It don't matter how many temper tantrums they throw. That history is always going to be somewhere in this country.
Well, we gonna know ours.
That's what I'm saying. It's never going away. I don't care what screaming they do. It's never going away.
No, like I said, this about making sure, like Santi said, you don't want no more white kids sprinkled out in that crowd. How you do that? Hey, you know how many times when I used to do moving, I'd be in somebody's kitchen, I'd be schooling white folks with PhDs. They got degrees in history. And I'm just breaking them down off how the drug trade happened through Ronald Reagan, how breaking down racism cases for reparations. I never knew this. And I was like, yeah, look at all these racist ass books you got. This is what they taught you how to read. This is what they teach you to read. And if you go to school and get a culture shock, get a culture blast, and then you start reading more, then it, like you said, it'll be a few more people like, all right, reparations. So they scared right now. They trying everything.
But I'm just telling you, this thing they got going is failed.
Yeah, that's
never gonna,
like LBZ was saying, you said they don't know. And they always know. Like, we know what the different things that their great grandparents have and they attics stored and all that, and the different festivities that they participated in here in America. Going off of Emancipation Proclamation and the Civil Rights Bill, that shit wasn't too far long ago. Desegregation wasn't too far ago. Folks look at it as a lot of history.
Slavery wasn't long ago. It was 3 grandmas, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, like I told y'all before, my parents told me when they were coming up in the South, they saw them old former slaves. They lived everywhere. My dad said, boy, but when he was a little boy, those elderly people that was all around him, those were the former slaves. And he saw them all the time. And my mother did too. So when they try to tell you it was hundreds of years ago, well, that's just some bad high IQ math. It really wasn't that long ago at all.
Because they were just robbing you yesterday. And I hate to mention Chris Rock's analogy, but it was so spot on. He was talking about the Jim Crow laws. And And he said way back when the 1950s, a white person can just walk in your crib and just eat your food and leave out. He can just grab your food you just cooked off the grill or what have you, and eat your shit and walk off. And it was nothing you could do.
Yeah, that's why I was saying
they weren't
earlier.
even doing that though, CMT. When when I was talking to my grandmother on my mom's side, you know what she said? She said they had a saying down there in the South:
Yes, indeed.
segregated by day, integrated by night. And the reason why they said that is because, they used to always have some kind of barbecue going on.
Yeah.
And it said white people would show up all the time at black people's barbecue. They threw some food on the grill. The white folks came and they partied and drank and
Oh my Lord.
But as soon as the sun came back up, everybody was back to being a racist.
Go, nigger. All right, we figured it out. Back to being a nigger with you. Thank you.
Right.
It was fun.
And if they saw you during the day, they would act like they didn't know you.
Yeah.
Then when nightfall came and the barbecue pits were going, they were partying it up with black folks. So their saying was segregated by day, integrated by night.
Yeah, because that's when it got popping. Yeah, this is when you dropped your hat and people got their best Negro accent. The black guy you heard from up the street, you got that. They still borrowing and stealing from us like they did way back when now. And this is why the Adam 22s are around us and all of these other jokers here, and just pearly things. Because in black society, it's always popping off. You're talking about in a spot in a place where it's never boring. It's never a place where it's not any flavor, where you can always learn some type of context, where the grooves are moving. The dominant society don't have anything in most cases unless they're complaining about something we're doing. In any other case, goddamn it, they're backstabbing and scheming on each other. Right. It just is.
Yeah, well, I don't get the Miss Pearly thing. She's a very plain Jane kind of white woman. I don't see nothing interesting about her, but for some reason, Kevin Samuel's crowd done ran over there cleaving onto some white woman. I don't get the whole thing.
They said it was going to get pitiful like this. We're going to reach the bottom where niggas is right there. No white woman lead you by the nose, and she was that. They said we were getting to those times, and we fell right here into it for some of these black folks out here. You got niggas fighting and shit. She literally said something. Oh, she prepared to go to war. Go to war with who?
Yeah, well, whatever. That just sounds like some white supremacist talk right there.
There you go.
But what were you saying, LVZ?
Damn, you know what? I forgot because they got brought up. I forgot. I was saying what Malcolm X said. Malcolm X said, we got segregation messed up. See, segregation don't mean white people don't be with black people. I mean, black people don't come with white people. White people always came where we were at. They've always had carte blanche to come through and do whatever they wanted through our neighborhood. It's just you don't have your black ass over my neighborhood. That's what segregation meant. Segregation didn't mean they didn't come around us. Segregation meant you couldn't come where they were.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that means.
Yeah, they want to leave shit in our neighborhood. That's basically do all they dirt, they grime, and all of that. Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing bad, I can go over there where the niggas are. They gonna leave me alone. They gonna do their nigga shit. They gonna do their thing. I'm gonna be okay. I'm still white. I can still call the police. I don't gotta play by their nigga rules. No. You gotta think that's how they. You better understand that. That shorty sitting up here talking about who to vote for. Motherfucker, vote for yourself. You ain't got to pick none of them peckerwoods.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. I don't understand why. To me, the people that want to vote and be all for Trump or be all for Biden, it's almost like y'all want to be part of this society. You don't want to be without it.
Yeah.
It's like you feel like you can't be without participating in this society.
Right. So they're not gonna give your ass anything anyway. You're standing there with a sign in your hand and they're staring at you like, who's this nigga right here? Oh, hey, how you doing? Right, who's this nigga? Because they're not gonna give you a goddamn thing. Now they'll parade your ass around. They'll make sure the camera hits you when they're getting ready to give resources to somebody else. But you're not getting a goddamn thing. All right. The age of just screaming out and being a bootleg has quantified into nothing. And the last niggas to get successful checks off of kissing ass, I believe, was Omarosa. She got the largest check, I want to say here. All right, that she was getting thrown out the White House. I'm talking about follow-up bootlegs. I guess you can upgrade that with Kamala Harris. The point is this. All right, the point is this, y'all. As you look at the Gregory of coonery, the gold rate ain't too good.
Okay, now that background noise is getting louder.
Right, I can hear it too. Hold on. Right, I think that's the one LVZ.
Yeah, LVZ. It sounds like it's coming from you.
Damn. Hold on. Let me step out real quick.
Okay. All right.
I'm here.
No, I think some of our people still are into cleaving on to people like just pearly things. They really don't want to let go.
Well, white mommy and white daddy is symbolic. When you got statues in your country, no disrespect to anybody, love to everybody, no matter where you come from, whatever the case is. When you got statues in your country that don't symbolize the people, the majority of the folks that's walking around, that's the first piece to your problem. Because if this represents heaven and God, this white statue I have in here, then what do I represent? There's an up and a down, there's a left and a right. Who am I? If this statue represents the Most High and greatness, then who am I here on the flip side of things? And this is where you get things mischaracterized to where you got jokers here for Miss Pearly things. To them, that is some type of white Jesus and white savior. All right, you have niggas that have fully indoctrinated themselves. Now, of course, they're not of our lineage, but you have a group of what do you call it? Tender Negroes. Okay.
Do it sound better? Do it sound better?
Absolutely better.
Yeah, so far it does, LVZ.
Absolutely better.
Okay, good. Sassy. Nobody cares.
I'm
nobody
just
cares. Fuck them. Nobody cares. Them people, look, they ain't moving no needles, Slim. But look, you know what I've learned? That's good entertainment.
Is we got people that still worship white folks. Mm-hmm. We do.
Right.
And that's all to me when I see all these guys flocking over to just Miss Pearly thing. That's all they're doing is white worshiping. Mm-hmm. That's how it comes off to me.
Of course, right.
But Lisa, Sassy, True Roll, for real. Let them motherfuckers do what they do. Because think about it. Let's be honest. Until we just heard their name, most of us didn't know who these people were.
I sure did.
I know. Right. So this just means a whole bunch of off-code niggas is around this white woman. Mm-hmm. Guess what I'm not in the business of doing? Trying to get off-code niggas back on code, especially when they that off-code. Look.
Right. I'm not concerned about what they do.
Right.
Right, exactly. Let them niggas be goofy ass coon. They run around here. Yes. And then I realized they in London too. Right. Oh, I could care less.
But what I'm saying, LVZ, somebody came to me with that story. And I said, well, let them do what they want. Why would I want to discourage them from being with this white woman if that's where they want to be? Or those are the kind of people
exactly.
Let them stay over there.
Yeah, who are you to stop the ambitions of another individual? Right.
Right. If they want to put on tap shoes, let them wear them. You know what I'm going to do when I see him with them on? Say, damn, boy, you got on tap shoes. And laugh my ass off. Mm-hmm. Let them buck down. Look, guess where they buck dancing at?
The thing is, too, LVZ, it's not just black men. When you go over there and look, there's a lot of black women over there. caping for her
For
too.
real?
Yeah.
I
A
ain't
lot
know.
of black women caping for
Oh
that
yeah,
woman.
yeah. I did see her sitting and talk. But she be talking at them. She don't even talk to them. They don't even notice.
No.
She be talking at
That's
them.
why she says she's trying to get her Africans in America. Right. Because look, these are people that she can talk to, all. She don't got to have them saying anything back. They just happy to have clean water and to be following behind her every day. Look, this woman is literally talking about importing her own slaves.
Rosalind, Rosalind, you ain't right. She call them ass pork brothers.
Right.
Oh wow.
That's what they are. The ass port brother.
People got some boy. Look at, we got a wordsmith right here. We got Rosalind the wordsmith.
Look, she's talking about importing her own slaves.
And I'm gonna have to use that one, Rosalind, the ass port brothers.
You know what? You know these passport brothers. What they're not realizing is they talking about going overseas and they're gonna get them this woman. Well, this woman has expectations of you. She's thinking you already got a house paid for, got a bomb ass job, and all of that. It's what you bringing to the table. And a lot of that stuff they ain't bringing to the table. They're not realistic.
Auntie,
in other words, you can't go to another space just to be a sucker. If you're a sucker in the U.S., you're a sucker in Russia, you're a sucker in Germany, you're a sucker in
that's what I'm about to say. Where all the passport bros is a bunch of tricks who like to travel. They should be called the traveling tricks. That's what they should be called, traveling tricks.
Right. Well, nigga, I heard a nigga crying talking about the going rate is going up because niggas is coming over here spending too much money. Nigga, get your life together, man.
Yeah.
All right. You're chasing and buying so much cooch, you're losing your mind. You're pocket watching and everything. You came over here to get some cooch at a cheaper rate. That's why you're over here, right? So what you crying for?
You're right about that.
That don't even make sense.
But you know, and the funny part is they're going over there for wives. Let me tell you something. I lived overseas. All women overseas are not wife material. Trust me on this. I lived around some of them women. And let me tell you, they're not all wife material either. They're not.
You get her ass on
don't fall for that. Hold up. Don't nobody fall for that bullshit. Everybody done seen a movie where they know overseas all it is a bunch of hoes. From Europe to motherfucking South America. You want a hoe? It's probably there. But this is the problem.
When I lived in Germany, prostitution was legal.
Legal.
Listen,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I saw this with my own two eyes. Y'all know how you go downtown and you'll see the big storefront windows and everything. They would have 16-year-old girls, half naked, some of them topless, sitting in the window trying to lure the men into the place. And it was perfectly legal. The legal age in Germany was 16 years old. And they would have 16-year-old girls in these big picture windows trying to lure. And you know who they were all over the most? The black military guys. They were all over them trying to get their money and get them in there. We saw it.
But motherfucker, but that's what I'm saying. People want to, but this is the dumb shit though, Lisa. They say, like Santi said, they trying to trick at a cheaper rate. But no, they not, Santi. You got to pay for a passport.
Red light district in the Netherlands. That's right.
You done bought all of this shit. You done bought all this shit. You might well just jumped in your car and went to your nearest red light district. You could have saved yourself all of that damn money.
There you go.
You're in here trying to get a down payment. All right. You trying to cut a deal.
Some of them women will get that money, and as soon as they get that little money from American men, they'll dump them. I've seen that
Right.
too. Y'all, let me tell you something. A foreign woman ain't what you think. That's why I laugh listening to these passport brothers. Oh, they gonna get themselves a wife over there. You'd be shocked at how many of them women ain't wife material. Trust me on this one, because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes.
And real talk, a foreign woman, like I said, same as an American woman, and the other stuff, the standards of you being a man. All right, you some weak ass nigga. You in America, you somewhere else. Goddamn it, you in Germany, Switzerland, wherever you decide to go put a new hat on and disguise yourself. You're a whole nigga. You're gonna have problems. There's no difference in that. You seen the clown dude? What was that? South America that got snatched up here for talking about passport bros and how easy it is to get sex. Next thing you know, they was talking about cutting his throat.
Yeah, Santee. Back in the day, I worked at a company. This is when I was first new in IT. I worked with 2 white men that brought Asian women back to the US, got married with them, got children with them. As soon as they got established and everything, both of them got dumped by them Asian women. Both of them. They were just trying to get over here and get established. Once they were established, they kicked them white guys right onto the curb.
There was an Asian guy. I used to work at Meade High School, so I worked over there. So there was an Asian dude there looking for his wife. I guess his wife ain't come home the night before, but she came to work. She was dressed up real nice. We know he was messing with the black guy down at the end there with the green eyes. He stink. And we used to be over there all the time. He stink. Whatever his name is, he used to always smell bad. But he ended up having the man's old lady or what have you. And he came to the school looking for her. I ain't know nothing. I'm at the top floor. He's like, hey, can you let me in? You know, my wife passes out. You know, I got strawberries. She might need so-and-so. I'm like, okay. So I stick the key in the door. I go and look. I'm like, all right, ain't nobody here. All right, nothing is there. There ain't nothing going. The whole night ain't anything happened. 2 of my employees stayed out. They went and flashed a light in her car because her car was still in the parking lot. It's a true story. All right. Now, the very next morning, he's coming into work. Me and the dude with the green eyes, the black guy with the green eyes, the stinky dude with the Asian girl in the car. As he's coming in there, all right, her husband is there. The father-in-law is there. God damn it. All these other people, ministries, all this other shit is in there. So he go drive in. All right, the father steps in the way because he tried to drive past, or he did drive past. He stops in the way to stop the truck, and he hits the damn father with the truck.
Wow.
Oh, hold on here. So in the grand scheme of things, look, I don't know what happened in here. The man got his wife back. You understand? But she never came, that Asian woman never came back to work again, of course. I don't know what happened here. Right. Now he ended up coming back to work. Okay.
Because let me tell you, like I said, I've seen them stories. That's why when I listen to these passport brother stories, I kind of chuckle to myself because I know that's not reality. What they're talking, they're selling each other a fantasy. They really are. Foreign women are not easy. Many of them are not easier than the women you're dealing with right here. You're just trying to sell each other a fantasy. And I'm just telling you this because I've been around these foreign women, lived around them too.
And you're taking advantage of the
I'm telling you, reality, it's not what they're yammering about on YouTube. They are talking fantasy stuff on YouTube. But look, and I know it for a fact.
But sis, they still, they telling on themselves even with their putting up their facade. Because, when you really look at it, you've been talking for 2 years about leaving America, how much better it is somewhere else. You done been 3, 4, 5 different places and still don't got a wife.
That's because they're not looking for a wife, LBZ. At that point,
that's why I said
no damn wife.
It's because they going around the world tricking.
It's a booty call.
With a little bit of
an elaborate booty. It's an elaborate booty call. That's all it is.
It's a very expensive booty call. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You're just sitting around here bullshitting. You trying to get it at the going rate. I'm telling you about the nigga that was mad there. He was pissed off. You understand? So you niggas throwing around spending all this money, man. You're making it bad for us. Niggas can come out the hole and stop hiding, nigga.
Yeah, well, that's
No.
why every now and then when I do a relationship video, I always get those flood of men. That's why they got the passport. Get your passport. Y'all are talking fantasy stuff.
Right. You
I'm
niggas
just
don't
telling
even
you,
exist.
these
Hold on.
foreign
No,
women
no,
are
no,
not.
but it be
These foreign women are not as easy as I just know. I know it for a fact. They're not as
but
easy
see,
as you
Man,
think.
these niggas don't even
Lisa, I
exist.
wish you tag me when these niggas say that. Cause I go, fuck you man, get your passport. Nigga, you can't even afford to go to Florida for a week, but you talk about tell a nigga to go to the Philippines to meet a woman. He can't even go to Florida Avenue for a weekend. That can't happen.
That's ridiculous.
These I'm tired of niggas. Niggas is faking. I'm gonna get my
I
passport.
get that all the time.
What the hell's going on? Right.
I'm just telling you, I get that all the time now. Or if I mention something in a story that happened between a man and a woman here, that's why we getting our passport. I'm just like,
All right, well then
wow.
stay your
Broke
Christian
nigga,
over
you
there.
can't.
The women ain't checking
Broke
because they
nigga,
ain't
you
checking for
can't.
you. You're not gonna
Broke
force
nigga,
tell
you
y'all something.
can't
You're not
drive
gonna
to
force
Puerto
the women to
Rico.
check for you, dude. You saying you
No.
Because they really need to talk to people like myself that have lived overseas and interacted with foreign women and know the deal. I mean,
You
like I
niggas
said,
can't afford to fly.
it ain't what
These
these
niggas
brothers
is
are
Hype
saying.
Williams, man. These niggas are Hype Williams in the flesh.
They
That's what
done drank. They done
The
drank.
thing
Look,
is,
they done drank.
you
They done
think
drained their little
I don't
401k.
care. I don't care what these men say. If you get an African woman, a Caribbean woman, a South American woman mad enough,
She
that
wants
bitch
some money.
where that money at? Where that money at?
let me
She
tell you something.
wants some money.
Hold on. If you get an African woman, a Caribbean woman, or a woman from South America mad enough, you think that woman won't stab your butt too?
She gonna come out with that machete.
You think she ain't gonna try to poison your butt and do that? Yeah, of course she is.
With your eyes
Hold
open.
on, Lisa. Over in their country?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Nah, that's what I'm saying.
You
They think they used to playing by American rules. They don't understand. They can kill you over there and nothing will happen.
Of course, nigga, you will be disposable cash, nigga. You will be just somebody that never came back.
And I'm just telling y'all, if a woman get angry here and will fight you, you think a woman in Africa won't get angry and fight your butt too? You got another
Shit, throw it.
thinking not like that.
Bitch
They
throw a
beating down
spit
grown
at your
men on
ass.
dirt roads. Just grown men getting beat on, man, for cheating and everything else. I'm talking about they getting
No.
police.
No.
Yeah,
Santi, you was work.
I seen a video like that. Yeah.
Auntie Santi was worried about getting hit with that frying pan. Fufu would hit him with that spear. That motherfucker hit him with a spear. Catch him coming home.
In the shoulder or the heart, man. The shoulder or the heart.
In the toe. She'll spear your ass from 100 yards.
Thank you, Rosalind, for
on the
bringing
way
up the
in
machete
there.
because
He was out
Jamaican women.
again.
Thank
He
you,
was out
Rosalind,
there
for
drinking.
hold on, y'all. Hold on. Thank you, Rosalind, for bringing up that machete because that's one thing Jamaican women are notorious for. Mess over there, mess with them. That woman will pull that machete out on your butt in a heartbeat.
Oh my Lord!
I seen one of them programs my husband be watching, and this woman from Jamaica was married to a white guy. He had a little money, and something went wrong in their relationship, and he came up missing. She had hacked that man up and put him in a drum in the garage.
Oh my God!
His neighbors had got suspicious, and they sent the cops over there, and homeboy was buried in there, and that woman went on about her death.
And you know what? Y'all know what Dominican Republican women are known for? They're known for poisoning your ass. Go look up the story. They'll poison a man and kill his butt off like it's nothing.
Oh my God.
Y'all think that's what I'm saying. Y'all can sit here and play games with this passport talk. When reality sets in, you're going to see what the real deal is. You're going to find out no foreign woman is going to be that much easier than an American woman. I'm telling you what I know. I am a woman. And I have interacted with many foreign. I've been on foreign business trips and been around these women. So I know firsthand what they're like, and they're not as easy as these passport brothers are claiming. That's all I'm saying.
That's why you're going over there with your passport now and you're having a hard time because you ain't have all the dollars that you thought you were supposed to have for this trip. All right?
That's all it's about for real. No, Santi, stop right there.
Right.
Dollars. That's what it is, bro. Look, the Bama and then my money's stretching. No, nigga, make more money. Just get a better hustle. Make more money. See, you not in touch with your foundational Black American when you run.
There you go.
When you run. You know what I'm saying? You not in touch. You don't get respect from foundational Black American. Look, you can't go from one neighborhood to another without having problems with foundational Black Americans.
Right.
Let alone you to move to another country talking about, yeah, you should come over here to stretch your money. What?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it ain't that bad. What kind of goofy shit are you talking about?
Don't
So I should
travel.
learn.
Get out here, love the world. But I'm just saying, stop trying to sell a fantasy to each other. That's all I'm saying.
But most of these guys, what's really going on is they not the women over here. They not, because women like teamwork. They're not willing to teamwork with that woman, and they don't want to bring nothing to the table. They not really taking a self-assessment even of they self. You know, they think they shit don't stink, and they just going from relationship after the relationship after relationship, because you're looking for somebody to be dumb for you at the end of the day, and then you really jumping into a frying pan going overseas. They have different customs and different things like that, and they are and so when you go reach out to them type of women, they already think you already established. So you got to bring your A game. You can't fake it. And then on top of that, the whole family in on it. They'll have you all buttered up, you know, meet the mother, meet the father, the grandmother, and everything and stuff. The whole family in on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
that's
dangerous
all
game
I'm saying.
to play with.
I mean, y'all, you do you, but at the end of the day, you proceed with caution, because I'm just telling you, I've worked with these women. I've worked with foreign women. I've lived around foreign women, and I have had a lot of interaction, probably more than the average person, with foreigners. And I'm just telling you, they sure didn't come off like they were easier than American women to me. Okay, they sure didn't come off like that to me.
Right. And it damn sure ain't gonna change with some dusty, lion ass, skinny neck, ashy lip nigga who couldn't. Well, nigga, your odds aren't better. What are you, Mr. Snake Eyes? Are you the guy that has?
Yes, I believe they got traditions. They do things differently. But honey, getting mad is getting mad. It don't. That's a universal thing.
Right. And when
if you don't know what that is, then I can't help you.
When you prepare to take a dump on your own women to praise some other women where you don't come from, how much respect do you think they have for you doing that to the women that where you come from? Exactly.
And love have nothing to do with it. There ain't no love in this. This is a business opportunity at the end of the day.
I'm about to say, look, and again, like I said, I just don't respect. I see the brother talking all this, but there's many countries in the world, and I'm gonna do. No, nigga, you gonna be over there tricking until you find somebody that's gonna suck up to you for the rest of your life until you die and steal your insurance money. That's really all you're gonna do.
You're gonna be over there with a golden shower hat on and a dashiki, talking about all this bullshit that you never did in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm about to say, talk about you trying to stretch your little 401k money. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
Right.
Look, I ain't going nowhere. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
One of my best friends coming up was from Cuba. She was a Black Cuban woman. Do you know I used to watch her kick? One guy was messing with her. Do you know she put that guy down? I mean, she was the nicest person you ever went. In fact, she went on to become a doctor. And she and I were good friends. When we were in junior high school, some guy was messing with her. she pulled that guy and put him up against the locker. And I mean, she slammed him hard. And I said, oh, so you think a foreigner ain't going to kick your ass? She kicked his butt.
Right.
That's why I'm just laughing. I was like, what part of the world are you going to go to? And a woman is just mild mannered. She going to get along with everything you say and do.
That shit is impossible. You gotta go buy a robot. Go get a robot.
Her custom, she gonna be all meek and everything. I'm just telling you that don't exist like you think it does.
Right. And shit like that don't have a brain and a heart and everything else connected to it.
This how game goofy these niggas are. You going to a country where it was literally the godmother of cocaine talking about the women are nicer.
Lord.
Right.
It was literally you going to a country. No, stop. Look, you going to a country where the lady was called the godmother of cocaine, talking about the women. Oh, they're nice there. Yeah, so nice. They'll have men come in the middle of the night and machine gun your house.
That's right. Twice.
The fuck out of here. You look, you literally going to a city and you going to the city of the gods. They made a movie about it. It didn't look so safe there. That's where I want to go to find a wife. I need to learn another white language. That nigga, you niggas is lost. You niggas scared to go to Compton to find a wife, but you'll go to the hoods of Brazil to find a wife.
Right.
Yeah,
melon split
LVZ. Yeah, LVZ. When I was growing up, I remember my mother got me a bank account, and I used to go there every week, and I would interact with this woman that was an immigrant from France. So she and I got along. I noticed every time I went in the bank, this woman was arguing with everybody else. She was always in some altercation. But when she dealt with me, she was actually okay. I went in there one day and she disappeared. They said she had such a rotten attitude, they had to get rid of her. She was literally on the job fighting with everybody. Wow. And they had to get rid of her. So I guess the Passport Brothers would have overlooked all of that and hooked up with her, huh?
Right. Look, see what I mean? Look, they literally sitting there. I don't want to deal with these hood rat girls up here in Baltimore. They're going to talk about DC, Chicago. We don't want to deal with those Philly girls. I'm going to fly to the Philippines where they're eating on a dirt road and not wearing shoes and selling coochie for $25. That's where you going to find a wife, nigga.
Wow.
See, at least the girls in Baltimore is a liquor store on the corner. You might get jumped one day, nigga. Wear the right motherfucking shit. You won't get keep your hammer with you, nigga.
Yeah.
Do some push-ups.
There was a video, and I don't know if this video is still out there. When I came on YouTube, it was this dark-skinned black brother from America, and he was trying to hook up with this woman. I don't know if this woman was in Brazil or she was somewhere else, but she was in a South American country. And he had already traveled there. This was probably about 10 years ago. He had already traveled there to see her like 3 times. He went a 4th time and girlfriend was laid up with another man. He was beside himself, and the video used to be on YouTube. Well, he was beside himself, and he was sort of a chubby, dark-skinned guy with glasses. This woman was kind of small in size, but her butt was laid up with another man when he arrived the 4th time to go see her.
Have anybody ever seen that video?
Vita Great. You know what I can tell Vita Great? I can tell you don't get women here. I don't need to travel to get women. And I do travel. I just don't go overseas to countries that I really don't give a fuck about. I don't run over to other people's place to see how they live because I don't really give a damn. I'm not one of those people. I'm cool where I'm at. It's 50 states here. I'm good with okay, well, your husband should be happy. I'm glad you're married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you got a happy husband, Vita Gray. But yes, ain't nobody traveling over there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody traveling over there to go find no wife.
Mm-hmm.
What I was trying to say
But
was
that's not for everybody, but I'm glad it worked out for you.
what I was trying
Yeah.
to
But that doesn't guarantee it works out for everybody, but I'm glad you're happy. At least you're happy.
what I was trying to
Yeah, and I'm glad you and your husband are happy, V.
what
I'm glad.
I was trying to say, there is a video out on YouTube where this African dude, and they over in Africa, he comes home and there's another man in his bed.
Mm-hmm.
And and he just filming them like, dude, you just gonna lay up in my bed like this? And then he's talking to his wife. He's saying, I work, and this is how you do me. And they had children and everything. So look how docile his wife was. She was bold enough to bring another man in the house, in the bed, and the kids is running around in the house playing. I'm like, damn, that's
That's just filthy and barbaric.
Dub Deuce.
Yeah.
Dub Deuce. See, you and the dumbass dude, y'all kind of making my point. All of these scenarios can happen anywhere.
Yep.
So why would I have to
Very
leave?
true.
Exactly. So why do I have to leave for the same scenario?
Okay, somebody did see that same video. A couple of people seen that video. So
Which one?
the one that I'm talking about, where dude just came home and she had somebody up in the bed.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
and stuff. And so basically, these unquote passport brothers, what you looking for is somebody to be completely dumb for you. That's what you're saying. And so you're saying that those women overseas is dumb. And people are people wherever they are, anywhere in the world. You can find dumb folks in America.
Plenty.
Yeah, you can find it all. But why you got to go overseas?
Because
I'm not going to stop you, but I'm just telling y'all, you are going to be in for a rude awakening the first time that woman get mad at you, and she ain't going to be so meek anymore. It's going to take you by surprise, because I think many of you, by the way you talk, you sound like you got this expectation that it's a given, because this woman is from a certain part of the world. She going to be meek. And she's going to be a certain way, and you're going to be able to tell her this and tell her that, and she's going to be at your every beck and whim and call. And I'm just telling you, foreign women are not like that.
No, they're not.
No, see,
Not
I
like
think
that
with
at all.
what the idiots in the room don't understand is, if you want to travel to see something, sure, go do that. Have fun. We're talking about people who are traveling with the sole purpose of saying the women where they're going are better than where they came from. And where you're a moron and you don't understand that no matter where you went, you're a moron. You think the women are better because they're just different. No, they don't know your corny ass. Everybody here doesn't know you're the lame nigga that used to eat the boogers in class in 12th grade. Everybody don't
trust
know.
me, they'll find out
Everybody
real
don't know.
quick.
Hold up. Everybody don't know you grew up with the skid marks in your drawers in motherfucking gym class. Everybody don't know that your little nerd ass used to live in the house with more roaches than Joe's apartment. So you can move out and go move to Brazil and take your little 401k that you saved up to be poor somewhere else and then talk about I'm balling. No, that's wrong. Now, if you want to go to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower, me personally, I wouldn't want to see no shit like that. But if that's what you want to do, go do it. But don't go do that and then go shitting on the women where you came from just because you was a nerd when you went there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Well, the nerds feel like they
Again,
got
dumbass.
the
I'm not
nerds feel like
concerned
they
with the
gotta
men.
migrate somewhere.
Again, hold up, Santi. Another dumbass doesn't get it. Dumbass. Again, I said, do not leave here and start dissing our women because you was a lame, Dub Deuce. You are a lame here, Dub Deuce. That's not our fault. That's your fault. You was the nigga wearing the motherfucking champion sweatshirt with the Carhartt socks and a pair of Pro Kids and motherfucking your 2012 prom. So niggas was doning on you.
Ooh,
And now
wow.
you mad that the ladies don't like you. Well, that is your problem. You can fix that. You don't really got to go nowhere. Just fix your Bamarism. You figure if you a Bama somewhere else, that'll get your lame ass further. But it won't. It won't.
So, okay, so you
It
saying
won't.
Filipino women are the easy ones. You can order them a dime a dozen. Now I went to school with a
Oh,
lot
no.
of Filipino women.
I went to school with Filipinos too. They're not as easy as you think.
Yeah, and you ain't and niggas talking like that. You ain't getting them a dime a dozen. Stop lying. Stop it.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Like, please, all this capping. What are you capping so hard for? You think niggas can't look at you and tell that you're socially awkward or you some weird ass nigga? Like, come on, man. These things are not hard to distinguish. I don't care what country you come from. All right, socially awkward is socially awkward. A weird nigga is just weird. He can't help himself. So if you take your ass to your country or the back of the bushes, you have the same identity. It might take 2 days. It could take a week. It could take a month. But eventually you're going to fall right into the same territory that you were in the U.S. A lame nigga getting played out his paper.
No,
And you know, another thing I want to say. I want to say one more thing. Let me say this, LBZ. It is awful to go around and look at different races of people and say, oh, this is the easy one that I can just truly fuck over. And they just easy and docile. Human beings are human beings. And like Lisa say, when a human being get angry, you don't know what may come out of that human being. I would be greatly offended that you would look at my race of people like, well, the women over there, they come a dime a dozen. You can just shit and piss all over them. So that's what you want to do to your own women over here. You want to just shit and piss on them. And why you can't just be right within at the end of the day?
nah, because see, he mad that women got respect and standards over here. And then I'm suspect because I'm good enough to get a woman over here. And you got to travel all over the world to get a woman to talk to you. How does that make me suspect? This new bitch nigga world is different. Slim, the last time I checked, we live in a country where it's Filipino women,
Cap.
Korean.
Yes, we got a military guy here. Now, I want y'all to listen. Now, he is another one, just like myself, that lived overseas. Cap, I'm going to send me an email. I want to send you a link. So, you know, this is where it gets real. When you can talk to somebody that actually lived over there and interacted with the women on a regular basis, then you got some real information. The ones that lived there, not traveled there and vacation there. Okay, people are different when you vacation around them. When you live and see their actions and mannerisms every day, that's when it gets real.
There you go.
Hold on, Cap. I'm going to invite you. I'm going to invite you on. Where are? Oh shit. All right. Let me get this together.
Don't we live in a country where we got all of them people, Lisa?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That's what I'm telling them.
Send me an email. I'm gonna send you the link.
That's what I'm saying right there. If you game goofy, if Filipinos don't like you here, they don't like you there either.
Right. And you gotta understand They've never fully understood that any one of these women, doesn't matter where they from, they'll take your money from you, nigga.
Hell
They'll
yeah.
take your money.
They'll love you as long as your pockets, as long as your wallet is full. Oh, they'll love the hell out of you.
That does not make you King, all right, goddamn King Joffy Joe or the baddest nigga.
Oh, they'll love the hell out of you.
Right. Does not make you King, all right, goddamn King Joffy Joe or the baddest nigga.
That ain't me, I don't think.
No, it's not.
Hold on. Am I still on? Hold on. All right. I hear the echo in too. Hold on. Let me go ahead and pause this. I hear the echo in too. Hold on. Let me go ahead and pause this.
All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, I don't see. Cap, if you can if you email me, I'll drop you the link and you can come on. All right, True Royal, I got you on 2 sessions over here. Let's see. All right. But yeah, like I said, you know, people visiting other countries and them talking about the experience, that's all fine and good. Talk to the people that live there. I'm just telling you, there's a world of difference between living in a foreign land and visiting one. It's a hell of a difference. That's all I'm saying to you. All right, maybe I've been checking. Maybe he can't. I don't know. Or maybe he oh, here you are. Good. Hold on, Cap. Let me get you the link. Copy. All right, here it comes. Okay, I just sent it to you, Cap. And the thing is, I know how some people are, and this is what I'm going to say. See, when somebody tells you what it's really like, you're not going to want to hear it, you know, because they're not saying the things that you hear from other people. Oh, the women are easy, they're docile. And like True Royal said, it's just a woman. You want to do whatever you want. Teabagger when you're having sex and all that. See, that's the kind of bitch, that's the kind of woman you want, you know, and all that stuff. But see, when we tell you the reality of what it's really like, now you don't want to hear it and you got a problem with it. But the problem is these folks lived and interacted and know what these people are like for real.
Yes, indeed. And this is the bottom of the scum and the filth here. When you go here to get garbage and pay top dollar for it, that's what you're going to get. You over here at Crazy Rays and you bullshitting. They only going to give you $300, all right, for what you got at the most. And right now they didn't cut them dividends down because so many people are dropping.
Cap, what are you doing?
Hold on.
Go ahead, my brother.
Hey, yes, how you doing? Okay, you popped off. Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready to talk.
Right. All right. You got the mic on. But what was I sitting here talking about?
Oh, I don't. Cap, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Shalom. Talk about your experience in being around the women overseas, because I'm just telling you, these guys, these passport brothers, they are selling each other a fantasy for real. Like I said, you know, when I lived overseas, Cap, what they're describing is absolutely not what I was living around. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. Hello, everybody.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it happened to me one time. I mean, the Philippines, I loved it. People are respectful. They're hard workers. I mean, you have a great time. You know, but here in America, you know, things are a little more aggressive, more fast paced. Over there, it's more slowed down, calm. But but the time I was there, I was in a relationship. I bought a 2-story house, paid like $78 a month, and I called my girl off, when I got off duty. And I walked in the house, and the whole family had like a shock of look on their face. I was like, oh shit, I know it's gonna be some bad news. So I go upstairs to my bedroom, it's locked. I gave her a warning. Open the door, I'm gonna break it down. Look, I had another buddy with me say, man, hey, Tab, let her have this house. She can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? I said, you're right. She can't afford it. But like, I say like maybe 6 months later, maybe 8 months later, before I'm about to ship back to the United States, she got in contact with me. And she thought things would be cool. Like I'm gonna go to the base judge and get a nurse license. I said, no, I ain't tell her I wasn't going to do it. I said, yeah, I'll do that because you hurt me real bad. So I'm going to go ahead and realize like I'm gone by the time you realize it. And so I'll get back to the United States. I get a letter from her. I'm like, where you you get my address from? What it is, when you're over there drinking a lot, you pass out, they go through your shit.
Wow.
They go through your wallet, get your social security number, to try and get you locked over there and stuff, and you got to fight out of it. But I was smart enough. Now I was young and learning my way in life. But yeah, I mean, there's some good women over there. They are, but it's gonna take a lot of patience to make sure she's a legit woman. That's the only thing, man. Cause like the things that we did over there, I don't want to say it because I might, we might have to shut this live stream down. But it was buck wild over there. It was fun. But we never used them, especially the brothers. We never abuse them or use them, shit like that. But I mean, it's to each their own. You know what I'm saying? We want to get your passport and go overseas. I suggest take your time, learn who you're gonna get involved with.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, okay, don't sit here buying into a fantasy. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
When I listen to many of y'all talk and putting all that, that's why brothers need to get their passport. And I'm like, y'all got to stop living in this fantasy. You might find a woman overseas. You might get dogged out by one overseas.
Facts.
Okay, because the chances are great that you may get dogged out by one as well. But to walk in a country and believe that the women are a certain way, you're going to be shocked. Some of them women are, let me tell you, when I was overseas, there's a lot of butchy women in them foreign countries too.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you the truth. Okay, they're not all nice and feminine in a certain way. Some of those women were like men when I was overseas.
Yeah, I also went to Panama. I enjoyed it there too. I mean, but we wasn't able to spend that much time out there in the city. But that brief moment, I was like, damn, I love this stuff. So I mean, it's the energy of the country. Now, America, we know what America's about. But overseas, it's different, man. It's like night and day.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It sure is.
And so I don't regret the moments that I went over there. I went to Saudi Arabia, but we didn't interact with the civilians. Hawaii, oh man, it's expensive as a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, it looks expensive too.
It is expensive. I forgot the other country I went to. But yeah, man, it's like, but as soon as I come back to America, it's like, welcome back, nigga.
well, yeah, but like I said, you gonna find good people. I met a lot of great people, and you'll meet some rotten behind people over there too. Everybody ain't nice. Some are nice and some are not.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. You're right.
That's all I'm saying is you travel, see the world, but don't walk in a country believing that, all the women are this way and all the women are into this custom and all are into, no, it is not going to be that way. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, because if you're traveling just to dip your stick, well, you're gonna run into some hardship when you find, you know, a woman that you want to be with, and then she's a scandalous woman. I said, okay, well,
That's what I'm saying. You spending all this motherfucking money to do some shit you can do right around the corner.
Right, you can get
You
cheated on
sound
here in
goofy.
America. You don't have to
Yeah,
travel
you
overseas
sound
to
goofy.
get cheated on.
Traveling overseas to go see overseas if that's your thing. That's really not my bag. I don't want to be around a bunch of people speaking a language I don't understand. I don't want to go nowhere and be around a resort. I don't want to be around a bunch of people that ain't black. I don't want to be. Yeah, that's just me.
I hear you, bro.
It's 50 states. Look, Cap just act like Hawaii ain't in America. See what I'm saying? It's like being in another country when I leave Maryland and go to Florida. When I leave Maryland, go to Minnesota, go to Ohio, go to Maine. Shit, I don't see no niggas in Maine. That shit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
So
rather
it's
go
like
ahead.
going to a whole new world, leaving my neighborhood, going around the 50 states that I ain't been to all 50 yet anyway. So all that's what I'm saying. People say, well, I gotta travel. Nigga, I travel. It's
Yeah.
50 United States I ain't seen all yet.
The
There's some
reason
places
I
here I
know.
don't want to see.
I knew one military guy, Cap, and he was. Where was he? He was over in one of the Southeast Asian countries. I can't even think of it right now. And he ran into. He said he thought she was the prettiest Asian woman he ever seen in his life. And they start talking, and she interrupted him and said, I just got to tell you something. And he said, what? She said, I'm a lady boy. Y'all know what that is, right?
That's
I'm a
Thailand.
lady boy. He thought this was a woman. It was actually a man dressed as a woman. And that's what they called themselves when you go over there. He said, I'm a lady boy.
Yeah, that's Thailand. In the
Yeah,
Philippines,
I'm a lady boy.
in the Philippines, we call them in the Philippines we call them Benny boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
Benny boy.
a Benny boy.
Yeah, Benny boy. Like BENNIE boy.
Mm-hmm. And that's a big thing over there. You'll see a lot of what you think is a woman, and it's not a woman at all. But over there, that's what they call themselves. They say, I'm a lady boy.
Yeah, and like
I feel like a majority of the white men that travel to those countries, they looking for those type of guys. Beanie boys, lady boys.
Yeah.
You can see it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he said he had to back away because he really thought it was a woman. He said, look, you couldn't even tell it wasn't a woman.
Right.
Thank you, Michelle Harvey. Thank you, Queensland. Y'all absolutely right. Some people just don't get it. Nobody is mad. If you listen to anything I said my problem with passport bro types is they down black women here to try to say another group of women is better when you go somewhere else. No, there are women over there too. And I'm not going to let you diss my sister, my mothers, my aunts, my cousin, and even some of my ratchet friends. I'm not going to let you diss them. Nah. So that's what that's about. It's not about me being mad. I said, if you want to go visit a place, knock yourself out. Nobody cares, homie. But when you go in there for the specific purpose of downing our women and saying these women are better than ours, no, nigga, shut up.
No, they're just looking for somebody to be stupid for them at the end of the day.
Yeah, because I'm working to get my passport because I need a break out this country, to be honest.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that.
My blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, but my anxieties when I walk out my house, I'm worried about getting pulled over, and then I got to go about fight or flight. You know, I said, no, I need to step outside this country, go somewhere else, just relax.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe
Hold up, Cap. I'm sorry, I got call bullshit. Cap, it's police over there too.
Yeah, but they're not as.
Yeah,
But they're not.
We literally can't go to Mexico, Cap.
I ain't going to Mexico, bro. No,
Mexico, but yeah,
that's overseas.
Yeah, but what Cap is saying is actually, yeah, the policing is a little different from America.
It's different.
Really is.
Yeah,
it is.
So I've been in other countries, and sometimes we sit there and chop it up with the police, and they're cool.
You know, when I was in Germany, Cap, that was the first time I encountered a cop with a Rottweiler. I never saw a Rottweiler before. Germany was actually the country where I first saw that dog, long before I saw that dog here in America.
Yeah. And LVZ.
LVZ, have you seen the new ones they got out? They are now cross mixing a pit bull with a Rottweiler, and they call them Pitweilers. Have y'all seen them?
Who's doing that? Who's doing that?
Weilers. Go look them up. It's they crossbreed a Rottweiler and a Pitty, and they call them Pitweilers.
Are the cops doing it?
No, people are doing it.
Oh, okay. What's up, LVZ?
But check it out. Look it up, Pitweilers.
Okay. Now, when you was going out overseas talking to the police, this was as a military man?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Now, I talked to them as a civilian. Yeah. But you know what? When I was over there, the German police really wasn't interested in interacting with you unless there was some kind, something going down, some kind of crime. And the difference, LVZ, is in Germany, the cops wear machine guns strapped to their backs. They use machine guns. That's what their cops use. So if they pull that machine gun off their backs, they intend on killing your butt. You ain't gonna make it.
Dieter got that heater.
Here they won't carry that, but over in Germany, you look everywhere. Every single cop got a machine gun strapped on their back.
Dieter got a heater.
Walk around like that.
Oh, the other country I've been to was Japan as well. Yeah, Japan.
Yeah, but they don't have guns.
No, they don't have guns. No, they don't. Because you have to be a black belt in karate or jujitsu, something like that, to be a cop in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Philippines, they carry, like the security guards and the cops, they carry a little sidearm, but they don't pull that shit on you.
No, they don't. That's what I'm telling LVZ. A lot of times when you go over there, even if you encounter a cop, they won't bother you like they do here in America.
Yeah.
They won't. In fact, some of them will be curious and walk up and say, "Hey, where are you from?" Because they know you're not from there. And they'll
I'm about to say, it's because they know you're a tourist.
Yeah, they'll just talk to you and you just go on about your business. I was never bothered one time the entire time I lived overseas by a cop. Not one time. But over here, shoot, you'd be lucky if you can go the year without them bothering you.
Hey, Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
You're not right. You're right. You're definitely right. Because last month I had to go bury a Marine buddy of mine. And at the VA, while he's still alive, I approached this black cop and his sister talking. And that black cop automatically went to that facial expression went to aggression mode. I said, no, I just got a question. I said, where am I at right here? This is my first time in this hospital area. So I said, see, that's why brothers, like me, as a veteran, and you a black cop. And I look at your fucking face, how it changed automatically. Like I was a threat.
Yeah.
And so that's why I gotta get I need to get the fuck away from America for a little while. I'm by my fucking self. Excuse my language, everybody. I just want to get out and just be able to breathe and relax. That's all. I think everybody, black folks particularly, man, get your passports. Just go out there and just come on back home when you want to come back to America. because we all need to travel.
I mean, look, I've had a passport since I was a teenager.
Man,
You know, so I've had one for many decades. But back when I got my passport, I didn't even travel outside the country until years later. But I already had it.
man. I'm getting my first. I'm a first timer getting my passport. First time. You know, I should have had this a long time ago, but I didn't understand things at the time. So yeah, I'm getting my passport. I'm going to travel this year. I'm going to sell my house and use that money, and just go see the world. No, not see the world, but I just want to see like the Caribbean, Africa, where mostly black folks at. I ain't going no fucking Europe. Fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody was asking me that one time. They said, would you go back? I said, would have no need to go back. You know, it was okay being there, but it's not like, oh man, I got to get back over there. And I know I never felt that way. Once we lived there and we left, that was it. That was enough for me right there.
Yeah.
It's not one of them things. If I had a wad of money, I wouldn't go. That would not be my place of choice.
And I know being 19 years old in the Philippines, I came across Negritos. They're like the original people of the island.
Right.
The pygmies that live in the mountains. The black pygmies that live in the mountains.
Yeah, exactly.
And people don't realize black people live in the Southeast Asian countries. They just don't show them. They always show the lighter skinned Asians, but those black Asians, they're up in there.
The black Asians are they are the original people. Come to find out, they are the original people.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, I know that, but I don't need to go to the Philippines to see them.
Right.
Look.
I mean,
that's like I said, Cap. I feel y'all. I feel you, but I ain't going nowhere.
I feel you, though. I feel you. I mean, I could tough it out here, but like, man, like I'm in my middle age and stuff. I said, man, I gotta get out of here. Just enjoy the rest of my life and enjoyment. But like when I was in the Philippines, when they moved me from standing gates to jungle patrol, and we go into a God dog it. God, I just said the Negrito camp. Man, we had such a blast. If they had the pictures that I took while we were there, I'd be court-martialed in prison. Because these cats, they are not natural hunters. They are very loving, very caring, no issues. We let them hold our rifles and everything. We gave them like $20. They got there and got a case of beer. They went there and hunted some wild chickens, brought it back, cooked it up. We had like a blast. But if my higher ups would have saw those photos, I would have been in the brig for a little while.
Yeah, I know what the brig is. I know what that is.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I was like, wow. So y'all are the black folk. And LVZ, you're right. They live out there because since the Spanish went over there and conquered their land, and they diluted their gene, the race and stuff. So the original ones, they live outside in their own world, man. They got a village. But man, when you meet them, man, shit, dog. So,
the Filipinos I work with now be telling me about them. They be telling me about them. And he was like, "How did you know?" I said, "Yeah, I know about them. I know about black people everywhere. Like, I don't want to go there. I just don't want to go there. I'm gonna tell you, like people like, you don't want to go to Jamaica? Fuck no. I got weed right here.
Hey, but LVZ,
you don't want to go to Africa? No, I don't want to go.
LVZ,
I don't feel no connection to none of that.
The time you was in the military, did you travel anywhere, bro?
I didn't want to go. I did everything I could to get away from going to Japan, and I won. I don't want to leave where I'm at. I'm good. I don't find no awe in being around a bunch of people where I don't speak the language, I don't eat the food, I can't watch the TV, I don't have no connection with the people. I'm not one of them people who want to connect with everybody. That's not me. I feel you. That's cool if that's your thing. That's not my thing. I want to connect with all the people that's around me, like here. I ain't even get that done yet, let alone leaving here, talking about making friends with some people up in the mountains somewhere in the middle of an island. I can't do that. I ain't made friends with everybody in my neighborhood yet. So I'm not going nowhere with that mentality. That's just me.
All right, yeah, I feel you. Agree.
Yeah.
I agree. People have their own choice. You know, I can't judge them on that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, like everybody is saying, at the end of the day, y'all gonna do what you want anyway. But I still say, and I don't care what anybody that's promoting that passport thing, you better proceed with caution, because a lot of places in South America, those islands, you can get kidnapped. There's a black couple right now that went over there and they got kidnapped. And you can get kidnapped in the Philippines, you can get kidnapped in South America. I'm just saying, before you go anywhere, you better study the land the best that you can, for real. Before
Nigga got kidnapped in Mississippi, and I ain't figured that out yet. You see what I'm saying? Niggas getting kidnapped in Mississippi.
Yeah,
I got problems over here to deal with. That's just not me. I don't feel. I understand though. Some people, you gotta get away just from everything. For me, I don't feel like that's something I should do. You know, I need to be in the thick of it, just like everybody else got to be in the thick of it. And yeah, I can get away. I can afford to, but nah, they need me here.
Thank you, brother. I hear you. I want to say here to you, man. You know, I got a family that I was tight with for a long time. But there, along the way, I don't know. I tried to ask them, be straightforward with me. They won't tell me. So since they like distance me or kick me out the family, I said, well, shit, man. Like, since my family really don't care about me, let me get my passport and go ahead and just travel about, man. You know, it depends. Like I said, I agree with what Lisa said. It depends on the individual and what you said. LEZ, I understand, bro. You know.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. I would visit anyway, but I can't live nowhere.
And when you go anywhere overseas, just in case something goes wrong, you better know where the embassies are. You know, that's another thing I noticed. Passport brothers, y'all focus an awful lot on the passport, but do you even know where the embassy is when you get over there? If something goes wrong and you need to go to an American embassy, do you even have that info?
Yeah, I heard also before you can travel to overseas, send an email to the embassy to let them know that you're about to travel there, just in case
you can always communicate with the embassy anytime you want, technically.
Yeah.
The next thing, because y'all niggas be talking about y'all want to go to Dubai, and then the next thing you know, y'all niggas on some videotape, and the nigga hit right. Hands behind your back, and you in the middle of the desert and shit, talking about you wanted to go to Dubai. Now Hezbollah got your ass. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, bro. The world, it's been a long time since I traveled the world because the world has changed now. You know what I mean? Everything. And so you got to do your research before you go there. Be prepared. That's the best thing to do.
That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm just, like I said, when I listen to y'all, some of y'all just don't sound very realistic. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Tell me all the time, hey, why you don't want to go here, go there, nigga? Because I scope out the bad shit first.
Yeah.
Same thing. I go to California. It's late at night. My brother live in Vacaville. It's near too many serial killers. You crazy? I get in the house before the sun goes down. Any white person come near me, I go reach for where's the guns? I know where I'm going. God damn it, know where you going.
Yeah.
You know, one of the other things you have to worry about, going overseas, they don't carry no weapons. Civilians, nothing like that. Unless you know some martial arts and something like that, you go to a knife or a machete or something like that. But here in America, it's like everybody carries a fucking pistol, especially here in Texas.
Yeah.
That's an uneasy feeling when you go anywhere, to the store, hospital, movies, school. It don't matter. It don't make sense to you. You get pussy ass protectors of that roll the streets in blue uniform. I said, no, man. No, they ain't how you supposed to operate, yo.
Well, no. See, look, that's them certain Asian countries. They don't got guns. Europe, certain people don't got guns. Not South America, y'all. Everybody got guns. Especially the drug cartels. And guess what? They ain't got a shortage of drug cartels.
Because they're neighbors to America, bro.
Yeah, well, they said the illegal drug demand is the highest in America.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, the farther away you go away from America, the safer you'll be. But just be smart where you go.
I about to say till Boko Haram kill you, or till motherfucker Saddam hijack your plane. Then you realize, oh shit, it ain't safe here either. Nah, I'm good. For real though, like I said, I don't like them motherfuckers over here. Why would I go over there?
I know, bro, but
no, real talk. I don't like Asians over here. I don't like Arabs over here. Fuck, I look like going over there.
I know. Hey, I'm not going to no Asian land either, brother. Fuck them too. I'm not going to no. I mean, if I want to go to the Asian, it'd be probably Japan, Philippines, or Thailand, or Vietnam. You know,
man. If I go there, it's to get cheap throwback jerseys and cheap Nikes. But I want to come home that night.
You will, no?
Shit, I can't get a bag of weed and find a black woman. I don't want to be there.
Well, yeah, you definitely got to stay out of Thailand.
Ain't nothing. Look, the good Lord put me. Y'all the ones believe in the Most High more than me. And I'm the only one that seem to understand. I'm good where the fuck he put me.
I hear you. But definitely, if you go, you can't go to Thailand or Philippines smoking weed because they have zero tolerance of
Yeah, they should.
Right. And guess what? I have zero tolerance for places like that.
I got zero tolerance of the shit we deal with here in America.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I about to say, because they don't go through shit in the Philippines where they literally have people dirt poor and execute you for selling drugs. Man, the fuck out of here. That place ain't no better than here.
Nah, don't. Trust me.
You just look again, Cap. They just don't know you. That's all. We just don't know them. So we didn't get a chance to grow up poor in the Philippines. You went over there with the military and some money. A little bit of money. So you went over there with a chance of it, with a different advantage than they had. But no. That place, be advised that place is no different.
Okay, then.
Why you think the Negritos still live in the fucking mountains?
I understand, bro.
You just said it. The black people live in the mountains. Why? Because they don't want to be bothered with the rest of them motherfuckers down there.
No, they are discriminated over there, bro. They're discriminated.
I know they are. I told you. The other Filipinos who are over here just was talking to me about it, telling me how they discriminated against and they stay up in the mountains to stay away from the rest of the other people.
Right. Yeah. I told you my
So
story.
why do I want to go over there where they treating little black people bad? And it was literally a black American who freed them. I don't want to go over there. I feel the same way about that place as I feel about going over, wait for it, going over to Africa, seeing the place of no return. So hold up, you niggas sold me out, sold me to the white man, and then gonna charge me to see where you sold my ancestors out. Fuck you and this place. How about that? You niggas are misguided. I don't need to see none of that shit. Only people I need to see is my reparations check. And none of them will see a quarter of that shit. I deal with the Peckerwood police. Look, they ain't found a jail sentence long enough to keep me in now. I ain't worried about it no other time.
All right, salute, brother. Salute.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is an adult decision you are making.
I'm like,
That's all it is.
though.
It's an adult
I know I love y'all. You look,
All right,
and that's
y'all.
okay. And when you come back home, I'll still be here.
Mm-hmm. All right, LBZ Cap, y'all, thank you for being here. True Royal just dropped off, and we had KD for a little while and Santee. So, but everybody in the chat, please enjoy the rest of your night. And we'll definitely come back to do this again because I'm sure Donald Trump got to get arrested or turn himself in sooner or later. So we'll come back and talk about that and drag Donald Trump a little more. No, okay.
Yeah, Lisa. I know it's been a long time, but I'm around watching everybody's channel. I just don't say anything like I used to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, LBZ, I be in your channel too, bro. I just don't say nothing.
I be seeing you, Cap. I be seeing you, and I appreciate the love from all y'all.
Yeah, in chat room, y'all stay safe. Keep your head up, swivel. You know how I go. You know the program. And thank you again, Lisa.
Okay, Cap, we're gonna have to have you back again.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Right. Shalom, family.
Shalom, family.
Shalom.
Love y'all.